And we're here, man.
Yeah, we're back.
Wrong Call Sportscast, Tuesday, February 11th. We're here to do it again, wrapping up the season, Dave.
2025.
It has been, what is this, our 23rd episode?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah.
23 episodes. On a whim, on a weekend
Since
dare,
September.
if you will, we decided we're going to do this shit. We've done it all year, every week, talking NFL. We've had a great fucking time. But we're not done yet. We got more to do. So
This is the end of our first official season one.
it is.
And we're going to have a party with it.
Yeah, we're going to have some
And
fun.
You've got a guest in here.
I do. We have a guest in here. Dave.
But you, most importantly,
Yes,
because
yes.
you come from the same loin.
We do. We got little titties, as they like to call him. My little bro, Jake Tidwell, is up in the joint with us.
That's right.
So, Jake, welcome to the Wrong Call Sports Cast.
I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here.
Jake's one of our biggest fans. He's always mad when the
That I am.
episode does not come out on time. So, Jake, welcome to the Wrong Call, man.
I mean, I may be a little biased, but I can't
Hey,
say this.
You got to
is
support Big Bro.
That's right, and it's always been a dream of yours, and I've loved it. And you and Dave have done a wonderful job at hosting us and keeping the fans entertained. I hope everybody has enjoyed it as much as me.
Kick ass, buddy. We love it. We love it. So, hey,
I'm excited to be here on the last episode. I got a little exciting news
Jake's
for the
ready to
sports
roll,
world,
buddy.
for your sports listener. I mean, sports. Listen to me. This is the wrong call. I can't even
Yeah.
talk. I'm so excited. I can't even talk.
Jake's ready, buddy. He was ready to be here. He's been excited all week to come in and join us. So you listen every week. You know the structure. You know what we do. So chime in. Let us know what you want to talk about, and
Absolutely.
we'll get this
man.
dude rolling.
Like I
Dave, you
said,
ready,
I'm
bud?
fun-
I'm ready.
excited to be
Let's
here.
hit it.
All right.
It's fun.
So, obviously, Vroom Vroom's kicking off.
Yeah, the room.
The
That's
Room.
right, that's
NASCAR is coming this week. The very first race,
Yes,
the
the big one.
Daytona 500.
Yeah.
They actually on Thursday have the two dual races. Which
Isn't
is
this the one
They
that
do.
Big E died in?
Earnhardt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe that would be
Yeah,
the one.
The
yes.
Daytona
The
500.
Daytona, yes, that is correct.
Ah.
yeah, he sure did, Mr. Earnhardt.
Poor-
So
rest in peace. Oh, raise hell, praise Dale. That's what. That is. See, you see, that's some of the exciting news that I have for you tonight.
that was good. I like that.
Yeah. See, well, you see, I get that from my friend Cletus here, Cletus McFarland.
He's got a little story he likes to tell us about his buddy Cletus, because racing fans.
That's-
so
that- well,
we're
that's
gonna
why I'm
we're
here.
gonna talk a little bit of Vroom Vroom.
You
Yagi.
said the vroom vroom, and I've watched the show, and I know you got a couple listeners that like the vroom vroom.
Brad.
Well, hopefully we'll get some more here. But yeah, Cletus, man, he's a YouTuber. He's in the Arca Menard series that runs on Saturday on Fox. It's going to be broadcasted live.
Where'd you meet this Cletus fella at?
Well, I actually personally did meet him at a streetcar takeover event that happens here at the local drag strip here in town, out in Claremont.
IRP?
Yeah, IRP. And so he does the drag racing. So that's really where it started, was with drag racing, going straight line.
Yeah.
The dream, obviously he wanted to get
Oval, open wheel, stuff like that.
open wheel, like that. And
NASCAR,
so,
stock car.
and I mean, obviously that's your dream if you're a motorhead and you enjoy
Well, I do
racing,
love Motorhead.
going fast.
Lemmy Kilmeister.
Yeah. See.
Hey, who wins in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Trick question. Lemmy is God.
That's right.
Okay. See, here we go. Out of my realm here.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's right. That's right.
Like I said, just
What movie was that in, real quick?
Airheads.
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 You gotta check that movie out. It was like in the 80s,
I'm
Jake.
young.
You probably
I'm
weren't
your
born
little
yet,
bro.
bud.
Remember, I'm your little brother.
Little bro.
Remember.
Yeah.
There's one between us. But
Yes. He does dig a little bit of our music, Yegi. So I mean, he might
do
catch
dig-
a few references.
I
not
do
all of
dig
them.
it. I do dig it, especially when the fans check out that intro. They're going to enjoy
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah,
That
good
was
stuff.
a throwback.
That was
there.
a Pigpen original.
Yeah, a lovely, amazing, loved it. Anyways, but
So
that-
Cletus, tell us about your boy Cletus.
yeah, like I said, man, he just started out. To be honest, he was going to school for law. He wanted to pursue law, but in the meantime, he was working with a company that was creating content, straight line content, 1320 Video.
Man, that's all the.
Oh, he worked with 1320?
Yeah, those
Those are
are
the
you
guys that
YouTube
always have
listeners,
the stickers. I see
Yeah, I
people
see.
on
Yeah,
I
but
know
if
all
exactly.
them low riders and hot rods and
well,
shit like that.
1320. If you don't know,
1,320 feet at a time.
in
Yeah,
a quarter
yeah.
mile, it's 13.
Yeah.
There's 1,320
Is it
feet in a quarter mile.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
remember if it
So-
was foot or yards
Yes,
or what.
Yeah.
There's
Greenwood
But
math.
I know what it means. I
Right,
know
yeah,
exactly what it is.
absolutely.
Greenwood math. You got
So
to.
that's where it started. Originated, he
Yeah,
was
no shit, Green.
he was film boy, recording content for 1320.
That's 1,320,
Correct. Yes.
feet in a quarter mile. Okay, continue. My
In a
bad.
quarter mile. Remember, straight line.
which
here.
is 1/4 of a mile.
1/4.
which is 5,820 feet.
Dang.
Look at
Most
you
people
go.
don't know that.
Hey, people remember stupid facts, and for some reason
That one stuck?
That one stuck.
Okay.
5,280. Yep.
Look at him go.
Stuck like a dartboard on a piece of fat ass. That's what it stuck right there.
I freaking love it. It's great. But anyway, yeah, back to Cleet. Straight Line, he started out recording. He was the video guy, operating the camera, promoting, with the social medias and all that. They were doing a Rocky Mountain Drag Week.
Spin the last
Going Straight Line, and he lost. They made an episode, a video where they recorded him. He got the name of Cletus, and so it stuck, and that's how it started. Well, now the dude, he's bought a racetrack in Florida. He's helped out in the hurricane relief in the disaster that had just recently happened. Like I said, just a motorsport enthusiast. Loves aviation. Helped out Greg Biffle. Great NASCAR driver. I don't know if you guys know
Yegi
who
knows
Greg
who he is.
Biffle is.
Yeah, Yegi's a big Greg Griffin fan.
Yeah, he got accepted to help out in this like I
Hurricane
said,
relief, North
yeah,
Carolina.
flying
Yeah.
helicopters, man, and just great opportunity. Got to meet a local legend, and got hooked up with the right people, and now he's getting ready to race in this
Shout out to
NASCAR
Cletus,
race.
buddy.
Yeah, man.
It's your guy.
Yeah, it is. He's
Awesome.
he comes here, man. Bring him here.
Yeah, shout out to Cletus. We appreciate it.
Hold on, we're not done with NASCAR. We're not going to skip.
Oh, no,
NASCAR.
I was going to give you more NASCAR. I just
No,
moved on from
I
Cletus.
got
I
this
got to
here.
give him props.
Your boy Jimmy Johnson here.
Oh,
this is why I love the NASCAR.
7-time?
Hey, that's right.
That's
I got
what
it
they call
wrote
him,
down.
7-time.
Yeah, that's right.
So back in my NASCAR days when I was a huge fan, at one point in time, I could name every single race car driver, their sponsor, their crew chief, all of it. I mean, I was die hard for a long time. And when Jimmy Johnson first came in, I'm like, all right. After he raced in the Busch Series prior to getting in Cup Series, and he wrecked in Watkins Glen, and he got up on the car and put his hands up, smoking the wall, and like, I'm good, having a good old time. I'm like, that's my guy. I like him. He gets into NASCAR, wins 7 championships, and by like the 5th, and I'm like, I'm tired of being this dude's fan anymore. I mean, all he
Hey,
does
that's where
is
the blood
win.
comes from. See, and you guys,
Yeah.
former episodes are like, hey, that's my NASCAR brother.
Yeah,
I don't know
I mean,
where
I
he
was
gets
a
it. It's from
diehard,
you,
bro.
you freak.
Yeah. I was a
Golly,
huge Jimmy
this
Johnson,
guy.
but he turned into the Patriots and the Chiefs. And
Right,
like,
right,
boy,
absolutely,
nobody wants to
absolutely.
root for this guy
Yep.
no more. Like the Rainbow Warriors. Remember back in the Jeff Gordon days?
So funny with the NBA. I know we're going to get into that, but Jimmy Johnson, I wanted to speak about. He is a co-owner of a race car team now, and him.
All
and
of them are co-owners of race car teams.
Yeah, that's what they do now. They retire and they make more money owning race car teams. But him and Shaquille O'Neal, I guess there was a little friendly bet or beef, I could say, online. It transpired into a free throw competition because
Shaq
Shaquille
can't hit a free throw
O'Neal.
to save his life.
He could with the double-decker taco.
There we go.
Yes, he
there
could.
we go.
Yes, he could.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers that commercial.
Yes, I did.
A friendly wager. Jimmy thought it was just a little beef online, turned into a real bet. And this bet has happened. And so Jimmy Johnson, now co-owner of a race car team, is going to run 2 races this year. One of them being the Daytona 500.
Next week.
That's correct. Can't
Probably
wait.
Champions Provisional. He'll suck ass in qualifying, but still get in because of Champions
You
Provisional.
know it. That's how it operates.
With a shitty team, it's the way it goes.
But I guess Shaq has obviously won this race or this
Showed
competition and
Showed
has
enough.
got the paint scheme
For Jimmy's car?
for Jimmy's car. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, that's interesting. I'll check that out.
It's a 90s, back in, Shaq's 90s era when the Dunk Man,
The
Shaq
Reebok
was,
shoes. Remember the Reebok Dunkman
Shaq
shoes?
Attack.
That was
Yeah.
before my time. See, I was only 5.
Shack Attack.
So that's your guys' era there. Sorry.
Shaq's,
For the Magic.
Shaq's rookie year when he was in.
I posted on our socials when he ripped down the
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
goal.
I was just going to say I saw that the other day. Did you post that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shaq jumping up with his big old ass, just pulling the whole goal
Yeah,
down.
it delayed the
Flop.
game for
I had
over a half
yeah.
hour.
I had a card that my mom had gotten me. It's probably because she got it for Josh, but he didn't want it and gave it to me. I'm loving
Mom's
mother to
favorite, it's
death,
all right.
But yeah, that's what we
A
get.
card?
Yeah, it was a card of him breaking the back
Oh,
glass
okay.
of that.
And Jake didn't give no fucks
No,
about it. But
no, that was.
Josh didn't want it. So
Do you still have the
Hand
card?
me down. Oh, hell, I don't know. Probably worth some money if you still got it.
Honestly, mom probably does somewhere.
My mom has a stockpile of baseball cards that is,
Probably worth some loot.
I know it's worth the loot, and
Yeah.
she won't let me see it
Yeah, that's great. That's
because
great.
she's just holding on to it.
She's like-
She loved fucking Pete Rose, buddy.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's
hey.
wonderful.
When I was growing up, my dad
Charlie Hustle.
When my dad used to take me to buy ball cards at Mike's Ball Card Shop. Remember
Yep,
at the
yep.
I think it's an Airbnb or some shit on Main Street in Greenwood?
Yeah.
Or just off of Main Street in Madison.
Where is this at?
Oh, it's
Madison.
What was
and-
in the bulk? I
it was-
remember the
it was
ball
Mike's
card.
Ball Card Shop. in Old Town Greenwood.
You
it
know
was
where
in
that
that little.
Yokohama Japanese restaurant is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a house or two away from
Yeah,
that.
but it was a
Okay.
house, and the bottom floor was a ball
I
card
vaguely
shop. And
remember
Dad used
this.
to take me all the time, and I swear I bought nothing but Johnny Bench and Pete Rose cards. I got so many Johnny Bench and Pete Rose
I
cards.
got a bunch
from
of
back
Ron
then.
Darling cards
I
out there.
think we, Mom or somebody has a bunch of cards somewhere.
Probably,
Or
they're
you
probably all
you
mine.
probably
I got a
have it.
shit ton.
Yeah,
I was real into baseball cards in the mid '80s.
Anyway, I do got one more quick little NASCAR update here.
Jake with his notes.
I
Look
do.
at him go.
Hey,
Boy.
Martin Truex
prepared.
Jr., man, he said last year he was going to retire. Well, I guess he had a change of heart. He's going to be him and his previous crew chief, Cole Pern, that he won the 2017 Cup Series championship with, are going to be linked back up together. They're going to run the Daytona 500 this year.
Okay.
New team, new everything.
Truex won a couple championships.
Yeah,
didn't he,
he's won a few true. Yeah, he's one of my favorite drivers. Well, not my favorite. My favorite would
Who
have
was his
to-
major sponsors back then?
Well, Bass Pro Shop was
Yeah, he was
his
Bass Pro
main.
Shop.
Yeah,
He was
long
winning
time.
championships?
Yeah.
yes, and they continue to be his sponsor
Still?
in this. Yes, that was one of the big pushes, and obviously he used to race with Joe Gibbs Racing,
Yeah.
so you know he's going to be getting his motors.
The
and
old
stuff
ball
from-
coach.
Yeah,
Joe
you
Gibbs.
know, Joe Gibbs. You know,
Yeah.
he's a legend in the NASCAR game,
Remember
just
he-
as much as he is
He
in the
won some
football game.
championships in NASCAR. He left football, went and won a couple championships in NASCAR,
Yep.
and he wanted to coach again. Remember, he went back to coaching, left NASCAR, and let his son run the. His son ran the.
Yeah, Washington
NASCAR
gave him
team.
everything to please come back and fix the team.
Yeah.
He fixed the team.
Yep.
And then Dan Snyder came in and,
and
fucking
ruined every fucking
stuck
thing.
his dick in the mashed potatoes and
Yeah,
ruined everything
yeah.
right over again.
Dan Snyder's gone. What happens then? New coach, new GM, rookie quarterback, to the stars, baby.
Well,
So-
now Joe Gibbs, I mean, great guy, great coach, great race car team owner. I think I want to say it's his nephew or somebody, Ty Gibbs. He's an up and coming NASCAR
Driver. Okay.
Yeah, you know, and so yeah, just be on the lookout. You know, obviously Coach Gibbs is a legend, and
So who's obviously you watch every week. You're
not
a
every
big,
week, but I do like to
Well,
watch my.
Again, I was a fan of NASCAR for a long time, and the biggest part of it was a great napping opportunity on
Yeah,
Sundays.
and it still
you watch
is.
watch the start of the race, watch about the first 20, 30 laps, take your little nap, wake up, all the excitement's at the end anyway, especially
Right.
the restrictor plate races.
Right,
So,
well, and that's exactly what still the same game plan.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're still
So-
coaching for that, that's the game plan.
who are you pulling for this year? Who's your guy? Who's your team? What's your driver?
Well, my team would have.
Where's little bro at on the NASCAR front?
Lil bro is on Chase Elliott. That has to be my favorite driver because
He's still ready for Hendrick?
Well, yes, but Dad is a little bit of knowledge I got from him, and old Bill Elliott, Wild Bill.
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville.
That's right. So his boys out there running. So I got to keep it true.
Yeah,
and so
yeah. Stick with the NASCAR family.
That's right.
The Petties don't exist anymore.
That's
so.
right. I'm a Hendrick boy. Chase Elliott. Hendrick's got a great team. Actually, they've won 8 of the last 10. Team Hendrick has won 8 of the last 10 Daytona 500s. Granted, you got Junior Motorsports, who's got
Yeah.
Hendricks Motors. You got
all them guys that
Trackhouse. They
Borrow shit from everybody
right,
else, the
and
chassis
so
and the engines and the motors.
needless to say, Hendricks has got it going
Still a
on.
top dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so
Hendrick's
that's
still a top dog.
that's where I'm at this year.
Okay.
With the whole.
Yeah, you got a
NASCAR.
favorite you're pulling for this year in the NASCAR?
Do you?
Whoever's driving the Miller Lite car.
There you go, my boy. I
Rusty
like-
Wallace, buddy. He was
Oh.
the best forever.
Rusty was a great. He's a legend. He's a legend in the game.
And whoever drives the Camel car.
The they gave up the
Oh, yeah.
cigarettes
I
a
don't
long
even-
time
I
ago.
don't- Yeah, I don't even know if them were sponsors
Yeah,
anymore.
Do they even
They-
have beer cars anymore?
Oh heck yeah.
They can't even call it the Winston Cup
No,
anymore.
I know.
Remember what
Yeah,
was
because
that?
everybody got pissed off about cancer.
I mean, Harvick, his top sponsor for the longest time was Busch Light.
Oh, yeah.
That's
so
a Busch Latte.
yeah, he
yeah.
had some Busch Lattes on the side of the car, for the longest time. So.
I'm surprised they ain't got like Trulies and all that stuff sponsored
Oh
now.
no, that's too
White
foo-foo.
Claws
That's too
and-
that's too
Hey,
sissy
wherever-
for NASCAR.
whatever the
man.
money, but
That's where
Follow
Cletus
the
comes
money.
in. That's where Cletus comes in. It's kind of cool to see that. I kind of want to see,
I guess NASCAR doesn't want hot chicks or something.
I know it, right?
Of course they want hot chicks.
Well, everybody wants hot chicks, Shaggy.
Well,
Just a matter of where they come from. White Claws or
exactly.
Trulies.
We'll see how the ratings. We'll see what the
High
ratings
noons,
do for
high
NASCAR,
noons.
High noons,
you know,
yes.
'cause
Yeah, my hot chicks moved to high noons now.
Yeah,
So.
they're uppity. We're the uppity. We got the uppity hot
That's
chicks.
right. It's tequila drinks now instead of just
Yeah.
malt liquor.
Oh,
Yeah.
bougie.
So, all right.
Anyway, yeah, let's go.
NASCAR.
NASCAR,
edition.
Cleat, hope we
Brad,
get more eyes
Brad, that
on
was
it.
the most
That was for
racing
you,
talk
Brad.
we have had all
Mr.
year
Damron,
long.
the research department. Thank you, sir. That's for you. Love you, buddy.
And F1 doesn't start till March, Brad. So
Yeah.
Which-
open. I'm not sure when the IRL open wheel starts.
I don't know if anybody's seen the preview for the F1 movie. Kind of looks pretty cool.
Yeah, with Brad
Pitt.
Pitt.
Yeah,
Does
it
look
looks,
pretty
looks
neat.
pretty
I'm gonna-
cool.
I'm gonna check that
I
out.
want to check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, he's doing an F1 movie.
No, go
Another one?
Yeah, I know it's a new one. with Brad Pitt. He's just a old race car driver coming back to. I don't
Not
know.
based on a true story
No,
or anything.
no, not
Because
like
I
that.
remember the one they did of the other two guys.
Yeah, with Mickey Lauda and
Yeah, that sounds-
It was a great
Lauda
freaking
and
movie.
somebody else.
Yeah, with Thor was in it.
Didn't want them die on the track.
Yeah, that was actually a really good movie. So moving on out of racing, Vroom.
Vroom.
That's enough of that.
room.
So typically now we go to the PGA.
Kerplunk.
Last weekend was the Waste Management Open. Absolutely fucking amazing championship. I've been a few times. It was a blast. If you follow any of that kind of stuff on social
That's
media,
in Scottsdale, right?
yes.
Okay.
So you're the algorithms.
Where Vince Neil just wrecked his plane this
And that
morning.
was, hey, that was my
That was
Rockstar news that I wanted to surprise you with. Yes.
Yeah,
Luckily, Vince Neil was not hurt.
Yeah, he was not on the plane.
He was not on the plane, but hey,
He
that was in
He would have
Scottsdale.
bounced around anyway.
Yeah,
He
he
wouldn't
did
have
not
got
tell me. Big Mac 103.
I'm old enough to remember when Vince Neil sang in English.
Yeah, that was a long time. My very first concert, bud. 1987.
Hey.
Motley Crue and Whitesnake. Mark Square
You
Arena.
took me there just, I don't know, a few years back whenever
we
they
went-
came to town, and
when
it was
they- when they-
amazing. Tommy Lee on his freaking drums doing on the roller coaster, upside
Oh, yeah,
down,
yeah.
drumming. Yegi, was you possibly there? I mean, it was
No.
great.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
He's
No,
like, "Ah."
I
No.
was not there.
So,
That's
yeah,
an X.
the Waste Management Open was just in Scottsdale this past weekend, which, again, it's the Super Bowl of golf. It is a party as much as it is a golf tournament. That 16th hole is
This is where everybody
Ridiculous.
that loves Happy Gilmore gets to go to a golf course.
Shooter McGowan was there on 16 walking around with his gold jacket. He was there. Happy Gilmore, they were all there. They were probably recording parts of the movie, I guarantee it. During
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
totally
yeah, they're
forgot
making a
about
new
Just
that.
Happy
movie,
Gilmore
right?
2 is
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out,
that's right.
which is going to be awesome.
It
So,
will be entertaining
Happy
to
and
watch. I
Shooter.
can't wait to
Yeah.
see it, yeah.
But Thomas Dietrich won the Waste Management Open, got him a big old whopping $1.6 million purse.
That's not very much.
Nah, not because Rory last week won $3.5 million. So, but the
Not that
1.6 isn't,
yeah.
it's not shabby by any means.
Whatever.
But
I'll just stay at my job.
yeah,
Fuck
I mean,
that.
yeah, I doubled it last week in California. So you take your Arizona party and
Yeah.
go on with your bad self. But
He said, I don't have time.
Thomas
for that."
Dietrich
Yeah.
did win the Waste
I got
Management
to get my
Open.
nails done.
Right, right.
The next up is the Genesis Invitational
I love that band.
in Torrey Pines.
Phil Collins is a badass.
This is Tiger Woods' sponsor tournament. This is typically, Tiger throughout the years with his injuries and whatnot.
Well, he's already got the Tiger Golf League.
Well, yeah.
Hey, I caught my first one a couple weeks back. It was Tiger.
TGL?
Yeah,
Freaking awesome.
It was Tiger and Roy McIlroy,
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
It went into
In the overtime,
overtime.
it was awesome.
dude. It was so cool.
It was so
It
badass.
had me hooked.
I've been telling you for weeks you got to watch this.
I
shit.
know, and I just so happened. I don't even know. I was scrolling. It just happened to be on. Nothing
The
else
new match
was
was
on.
there was a match on today at 1 o'clock and I was so busy
Dude,
at
it
work
was so
I didn't
cool.
get to watch it.
It was so cool.
But-
I was so taken back by
I
it.
told
I'm
you,
like,
it's
dude, this is
badass.
crazy.
Simulator golf with all the pros.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But this week is the Genesis Invitational, which is again Tiger Woods is the big sponsor of this one. I don't know if you saw in the news, but Tiger Woods' mother passed away just this past week, last
Oh,
Tuesday
really?
night.
That
She died unexpectedly.
I did see that on the mothership,
unexpectedly
I
at
think.
80 years old. So
That's
Yeah,
good
shout-
life.
yeah,
Shout out to
His
but-
father already passed away.
yeah,
didn't he?
yeah, a couple
Yeah.
years ago. So, but
I remember
mean,
seeing Tiger on Johnny Carson with
when he
his
was a
dad.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
driving the fuck out of
Yeah.
that ball.
So Tiger, this is typically the first big tournament that he plays in. It has been for years since his back and all the injuries and the
And Perkins
y-
waitresses.
getting beat up
and
by his ex-wife
All the
with golf clubs and shit
hookers
like
and
that.
everything
So since
else,
all that's happened,
all the good stuff.
Right,
like
yeah, all the
Yeah.
parties,
guns
the
and
sex,
fire
drug, and
trucks
rock and
and
roll.
hookers
Yeah.
and blow.
Yeah.
the good
PGA
life,
tournament championship, gold, green jackets, all that went to the side. He said,
Yeah, 14 majors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So normally now this is his first tournament that he
I'm
plays
rich,
in
bitch.
"Yeah,
I'm doing whatever I
I'm gonna
want."
take a break here.
Because of
let
the
my
passion-
son come in and show
because of
you
the
guys
passing
how
of
to
his
do it."
mom. He has neglected. He has decided not to play this week. He's still dealing with the grief of
Yeah,
the passing of his mom.
understandable. Totally.
Understandable, right?
So,
Absolutely.
Tiger, we want you back. Everybody,
Right.
you've made golf better for anybody that's
Absolutely.
even halfway.
Love
a fan.
watching you,
So,
man. Absolutely.
NHL,
Hey,
the chase, Ovechkin still on it.
good old slapstick.
Eastern Conference, the Atlantic Division, Florida Panthers 34-20. In the Metropolitan, the Washington Capitals are 36-11. In the Western Division, in the Central, Winnipeg Jets 39-14.
The Jets.
In the Pacific, the Edmonton Oilers are 34-17. Now Ovechkin has, since our last episode, has picked up a couple more goals.
Oh, has he got a little closer?
He's got closer.
Nice,
he got
nice.
closer. So on last Tuesday, he got number 878 in a win against Florida, 6-3. And then on Thursday night, he got his 879th goal against Philadelphia in a 43 win. So he's 16 away.
Nice.
He's
from
going to
the
get it.
great
Oh,
one.
for sure.
He's going
from
to
the
get
great
it.
How much? They got plenty of more hockey to
so
play, right?
that-
Oh, they haven't even hit the All-Star break.
The
Oh,
All-Star
okay,
break,
so
the
they're
All-Star
freaking-
break is right now.
So the 2024-2025 season, he's hitting that milestone.
yeah,
the great
their
one.
season's just as long as NBA.
Oh
Yes.
God, yeah. So then,
So when NBAs are in their playoffs, hockey's in their playoffs.
oh
too.
nice.
So I wanted to
Okay.
talk. I got a little bit about this on hockey. We usually don't talk about. We've talked about the last few weeks. We're going to start. You're going to start paying a little bit more attention now. that NFL
Yeah,
is
if I
over.
can find a
I'm
fucking
going to start
game
paying a little
that-
bit more attention to college
Set
basketball.
Find a game that
re-air
they
at
broadcast.
fucking 11
Yeah,
o'clock.
right? Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, the NBA and all these teams have their All-Star breaks and they have an All-Star game. The NHL is doing something different this year. It is the Four Nations Face-Off. It starts February 12th and runs through February 20th. And what it is it's a round-robin tournament. 4 national teams. They're taking players from the different countries and putting them
Right.
all on individual teams. So you have 4 teams. You have Canada, Finland, Sweden, and U.S.
Wow.
Okay.
So
That'd be pretty cool.
They're going to get points for wins and losses and whatnot. And on February 20th,
What about all the Russian players? Are they
I don't know where they're sticking them. I mean, that's the 4. I mean, they'll put them in those divisions.
Different
but,
divisions is
so instead
basically
of
what they're
instead
doing.
of just a East versus West All Star game,
Right.
This year is the 4 Nations Face Off, and like
That
I
sounds
said,
cool.
It
So I'm
runs from
sure, like their home country, they'll
Yeah.
probably be in that.
Yeah,
if
represent
they're,
it.
you know,
So-
absolutely.
so
So
it
that'll be cool.
starts
That'll be
tomorrow
interesting
night,
to see.
And there are, I printed off some notes just because I was curious because this is new for the NHL this year. They have tomorrow night Canada versus Sweden, and then Thursday is USA versus Finland, and these are all on ESPN TNT. Yeah, you want to check these All Star games out?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
will.
you
I
might actually
will.
be able to
Yeah,
watch these.
Saturday night
finally.
on
Yeah, no.
Saturday night on ABC is Finland versus Sweden. Saturday also on ABC is USA versus Canada. So they have all these games going on, and the championship game.
And they're both on Saturday.
Yeah, there's like I said, all these games are on ESPN, ABC, and TNT over the next between now and the 20th.
Okay. Well, Saturday I won't be able to see the ones
Yeah,
on
so
Saturday.
it's a cool new concept. It's a cool new way for NHL
Yeah.
to do it.
It's a way for
different- it's a
NHL to get
different
more
format.
viewers too,
Yeah.
as well. You
It's
know,
more
just to
games
bring
for the
more
All-Star break.
eyes.
You gotta spice
know,
it up, man.
Right?
You
You
gotta
know,
spice it
switch
Yeah,
it up a little.
exactly. You get tired of the same old thing, just like
Yeah.
people got tired of the NFL All Star game, which was
Yeah, exactly.
pointless.
Yeah.
That's why they switched the skills and the
I love this.
flag.
I always
was
love
great.
the skills.
It made it
I love,
more-
I love the hockey skills too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's going to be a neat new way to watch NHL. So yeah, if you're an NHL fan at all, check that out. The Four Nations Face Off, running basically now till the 20th will be the championship game. So
Nice.
little NBA action.
Here we
The
go.
Cavs are still leading the East, 43-10. The Oklahoma City is leading the West, 43-9. And
The
the
Thunder.
Pacers have moved up to 4th in the Eastern Division, playing
That's
really,
right.
really
That's
well.
right.
Yeah,
Don't
they-
forget about your sirs.
they
I know
were-
you guys
they were-
aren't too much on the NBA, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna
Sirs, yes, sirs.
That's right.
That's
yes,
the
sir.
stupidest shit I've ever
hey,
seen.
Hey, get
I
out
see
of
those
here.
dumbass billboards out there like, yes, sirs.
Yes, sir. Let's
Yeah.
go Pacers.
Whatever.
Hey, Pacers are on a nice little run, man.
They
Yeah,
have-
as
count the
of right
Pacers
now,
out. They
I
are
heard
they're
him
looking
talking
good.
this morning. As of right now, it looks like the first round matchup will be between them and the Bucks.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
because
with
that's
Pacers having
home court.
home
Yeah,
court.
because
yeah.
like I
Yes.
said, they're sitting at the 4 seed right
Correct,
now. So.
correct.
But the All Star break's what, another week or so?
It's this
something like-
weekend.
is
The
it
All
this
Star
weekend?
break is also stay on the Pacers for a second. Over the last 12 games, they're 8-12. Okay,
8-12 over 12 games.
over the
Over the last 12, they're 8-12. Fix your shit.
over the last 12 games, they have won 8 of the last 12.
Okay, he said
All right.
he said they were 8-12 over
He
the last
just said it
12.
wrong. You're mad. He went
Hey,
to
I'm
Greenwood
talking
too.
fast.
didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He went to Greenwood too.
I like the Pacers, man. It's a hometown native team. You know, we got to stay with our hometown heroes here.
Hey, we're built, not bought.
That's
buddy.
right, and
That's
they
right.
are. They truly are. They got a well-oiled machine that they got operating over there. But anyway, they only lost 2 games in January, which is great. Starting the new year, new month, we got the break coming up. We're fighting actually tonight we play the New York Knicks, which is the
We?
number 3 seed.
Yeah, he sticks
the
with we,
Knicks.
yeah.
yeah.
Did
we.
they give you an excused absence to be here?
They did. They didn't
He's
need the PR guy
he's
tonight.
like-
you know, they didn't need the extra PR.
Hold
They
on,
said-
this motherfucker going on wrong call.
yeah,
let him go.
They said,
him
"Hey,
go.
let him get that." That's
He's
right.
gonna
Go
get
over
more-
to Winter Hawk.
He's going to do more here than he does points here.
That's
so-
right.
Absolutely.
Hey, over at the studio, he may get us two more tickets this week.
That's
so.
right, and that's what it's all about. But anyway, moving forward, let's go Pacers. I do want to chime in on you guys talking about Luka last episode. Man, it's kind of a shitty ordeal what they did there to Luka. He finally got his debut last night. I don't know if anybody's seen
I saw.
that.
Yep.
Finally got
He
his
said
score
he
some
felt
points.
good about it.
He did. It sucks the
Well,
situation.
14 points, and
if
a
you
couple
look at-
assists. He didn't have a big night.
He didn't, but if you look at what happened and how Dallas treated him in the whole
New ownership,
situation,
man.
I mean,
They
like
wanna
you
get
said,
on
he's
Dallas.
calling Cuban though, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
We talked about. Did we hit on this a little bit last
you
week?
did, and
Yeah.
that's why I bring it back up is because, if you think about it from a championship perspective, last year Dallas they went to the
Yeah.
championship with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Well, in the offseason,
Aren't they the ones that took out Lakers?
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so in the offseason, to kind of get a third piece in there, they acquired Klay Thompson, who was under free agency, was ready to get out
One
of
of, the
OKC.
one of the Splash Bros.
Yeah, wasn't getting the playing time.
He was in OKC?
Yeah, he was
I
in.
thought he was still in Golden State.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Golden State,
OKC,
yeah.
Oklahoma, or no,
Golden
you're
State.
right. Yeah, Golden State.
He was
He's
Splash
wrong.
brother, him and Steph.
You're- big titties wrong. Anyway, yes, Golden State. He was a Splash brother, won multiple championships,
Yeah.
so
he
they
did.
got him out
Yeah.
of there.
He won with LeBron, and
He won
didn't
with
he win both with LeBron
No.
and Curry?
he won with Steph Curry.
Yeah,
LeBron never played.
Yeah,
for,
LeBron
yeah.
ain't sniffed a championship in a couple years.
Yeah,
Well, I know,
yeah.
but I thought they played together
No,
in
no.
Cleveland.
No.
That
No,
year
no,
that
no,
Cleveland won
that
the
was
championship.
Kyrie.
Kyrie Irving probably played with him. Yes.
Yeah, but wasn't Klay Thompson on that team?
no, I don't believe
No,
so.
that
He's
was,
always
that was
been
the-
at
that
Golden
was
State.
the big white dude.
Google that shit because I think I'm right on that.
No,
It's
LeBron
possible.
never played with
I
Steph.
agree with.
All
or
right.
Clay.
We
All right,
call
cool.
you on
I'm-
that one. But anyway, back to that whole situation. They brought in new talent, and then next thing you know, new ownership, and like you said,
Yeah,
they're trying
dude,
to cut salary caps, and they cut this dude
They're
without
trying
even
to.
knowing.
Dallas is trying to dump. They want to suck. They want to get kicked. They want to get ran
They
out.
bring in Anthony Davis,
Who in Anthony Davis' first game
gets injured and
he,
goes
played-
to the bench.
he plays like 12 minutes.
right.
Gets hurt out indefinitely.
Well,
He's out indefinitely. I didn't hear
with
that.
Abdominal strain.
yeah,
Quit it.
he got
Yeah.
off the airplane and had an abdominal strain.
Yeah,
quit it.
because
But
he
then-
missed the first game.
Yeah, but he played like 16 minutes his first game in Dallas the other
Wow.
night, and he's hurt.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's technically his second or third game because he already missed the first game.
Yeah.
He got off the airplane.
Okay.
All he did was take an airplane ride
And got hurt
go
in
to
the
Dallas
process.
and pulled his belly.
Yeah.
It might
Wow.
be the peanuts.
Probably ate a
Watch out for the
cheeseburger
peanuts.
or something,
I
you
think
know,
it's the
he-
peanuts.
Peanuts.
The peanuts,
that's for the
on a
peanuts.
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
You
eat
know.
them peanut
They
on a plane.
cost
Hey,
$300.
Yeah.
So.
On the bright side, though, hopefully it turns out good for the Lakers. Can't stand really the Lakers since Mamba, Kobe been gone,
Yeah,
but Luka being young, hopefully he, extends the legacy
I'm
a
just,
little bit.
I can't bitch and complain about LeBron enough and how I'm just not a fan.
I'm with you.
He's ruined the NBA and his flopping ass, and the GOAT conversation just aggravates me because
I
people
like how the biggest dude on the court goes down like a wet water balloon.
Right,
As
yeah.
soon as you touch him.
Yeah. I mean, look.
You
See,
look at him wrong
Yeah,
and he
he's
falls
like,
over.
"Oh," and he loses an eye three
Yeah.
or four
My
times.
nose is
when he got
bleeding.
smacked in the shoulder. I mean, his eyeball falls out. He gets
Yeah.
smacked in the shoulder. We're
Yeah.
not getting into that, but so that's kind of the NBA stuff there.
Let's go Pacers.
Couple of the little bit of NFL news. The last coaching vacancy has finally been filled,
Yeah, Kellen Moore.
which that's why they were waiting. We talked
Which
about
we
that.
knew that.
Yeah,
with
because
after, yeah.
the Saints have not hired a coach yet because they were waiting on Kellen Moore to get through the Super Bowl. Which we'll talk about them Eagles. We'll get there. My goodness.
EAGLES.
But yeah, Kellen Moore is their new coach. Kellen Moore is played college football against Derek Carr.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw that little
As
stat.
That's
what?
a fun fact. That's
No,
cool.
in
fun
college.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
What did Kellen Moore play?
Fuck, Kellen Moore's only like 36 years old, 38 years old.
Was he a quarterback?
Oh, he was a quarterback. Yeah, Kellen Moore was a
I mean,
quarterback.
He could have been
Yeah,
a fucking
my
tight
bad.
end. He
Answer
could
the
have been a
damn question,
punter.
John.
Fuck,
But
I
they
don't
played
know.
against each other in college, and now he's going to be Derek
Yeah.
Carr's coach.
You think water boys from opposing teams say,
We
I
played against you?
that guy?
Might be.
I played against that. dude.
Yeah.
That's high quality H2O.
Yeah. I
Gatorade.
hydrated the other team.
Yeah. Other NFL news: they have announced that Aaron will not be returning to the Jets.
Yes.
We knew that. We seen that coming.
So on SportsCenter on Monday,
Yeah. And they told him, they gave him, apparently there was an ultimatum. if you stay with us, you can no longer do the Pat McAfee show.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Is that real? Wow, wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I guess it all came down to that.
Freaking McAfee. I love that dude.
I
Bro.
do too. I'm a diehard McAfee.
Fucking
fan.
love
I've been,
it.
I've been trying, been
the
trying to get
owner
McAfee
is
on,
out of
on
his
the,
fucking mind.
been trying to get McAfee on the show for 23 weeks. You know, it hasn't
Good
worked
luck.
out.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
So-
The damn thing is he's local.
I know.
Bro, let me just stop by, say hello.
Yeah.
Just
So,
make an appearance on
Aaron
Winter Hawk.
is not coming back. The on Sports Center on Monday morning, it was funny because they were talking to Herm Edwards. You know Herm.
Yeah. He
love
played to
her.
win the
You
game.
play to win the game.
Play to win
So
the game.
They were talking about where would be a good landing spot for Aaron Rodgers.
At home.
It would
On
be.
the couch,
But,
yes.
yeah.
but they said if
Back
Sam,
where he started
if
before he
Sam
went to New
Darnold-
York.
if Sam Darnold's going to leave Minnesota, which he will, but he lost millions of dollars.
Oh,
did
for
lose
sure. He
millions
blew
of
that.
dollars.
He blew
but
that.
he's going. He's going
But
to be going somewhere
Minnesota's
else.
probably like,
Yes.
They're like,
But
thank you.
JJ
We still got a
McCarthy.
rookie to come back in
Well,
there.
the rookie had surgery ended the season, and he had to have surgery again in the middle of the season for
Oh,
a complication.
okay.
So he may not be ready day one. And Herm said the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers with great receivers and a good defense
Quit
is
it.
Minnesota. And you
Don't
go,
even,
and you
David.
go- and you-
Dave's,
and you
sorry,
go-
David. Sorry. I did it twice.
And you go, oh my God.
Yankees' head's about to explode.
It's the same
It can't-
Brett
it
Favre
can't happen.
trajectory.
No.
If it happens, dude, I think the whole world's head will blow up.
You
So-
guys are going to have to run this show without me.
Brett Favre
I don't
goes
know if
from,
I can do that. I don't know how to produce.
I hope you pay attention to what buttons I'm pushing.
Brett
bud.
Favre goes from Green Bay to New York to Minnesota. And Aaron Rodgers, if he goes from Green Bay to New York to Minnesota,
My
I don't-
eyes already twitching.
I don't even know.
David, if this happens, I'm just gonna give you the title to my car, my house, everything, because I'm like, this dude is a prophet or something.
Hey, bona fide bets.
Right, put it
It's
up.
a lock.
Yeah. Lock it in, folks.
I did call that shit way.
Since 000 trial episode when you first got going, and he was
Yeah.
talking
I
about
kept
it.
calling him Brett
He
Favre.
yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. I remember that. I remember
So,
it.
but if that shit happens, I'm just gonna say, boys,
That would be crazy.
I don't know how
I don't know what
gonna
the
handle
fuck
it.
I'm going to do.
How I'm gonna deal with
We're
it.
going to take a month off.
It could
Retire
be,
the
It
show.
could be
Just
interesting.
retire.
Fuck
Just-
no, we ain't retiring. This shit's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That was a bad idea.
You got any other news to bring up before we move on to recaps? and whatnot?
Russell Wilson's not coming back to the Steelers.
They're
That's a
they're
shame.
cutting him loose, letting him go.
Yeah, they're going to let him go.
Well, Aaron Rodgers could be another good spot there.
Oh, I mean, I like
heard
Russell.
that
He
too.
did. He did improve a little bit after he come back
Yeah,
from picking
he-
up cigarettes,
he
like
had
David
that-
mentioned.
he had that
He
middle-
got back from.
He finally,
he finally
came back
got.
from getting
You know,
smoked.
Hey,
he finally got back
What's
from
that?
the grocery
They
store.
call that a callback.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, and he did a little work.
He
kept-
had a run there in the middle of the season where it looked good. And at the
until
end,
he met. Where did he go? He went to meet the division.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
yeah,
in,
once you
like
hit
you
the
guys
AFC,
had
yeah.
talked about. You
Yeah.
know, he met his division,
and it all fell apart. And George
right.
and L. Pickens said, "Well, he became a diva that he's not. He hasn't earned the respect
Right,
to be a
absolutely,
diva he is."
absolutely. What is it? Second year, first year, second year,
So, second
No.
year,
Yeah.
third
Second
year,
or
third year,
third.
I
third
think
year.
it's
So yeah, still sophomore.
But you
not,
can't
know,
be that much of a diva without putting up the stats.
putting up the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
As you like to call it, the statisticians.
the statisticians. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So
That's right.
that is all of our additional news. We've got some recapping and some other fun stuff coming for you. So
Let's go.
We will be right
Yeah.
back.
There was a big game this weekend.
There
this
is.
past weekend.
We might want to talk about that one. Kind of what we're here
That
for.
one, I mean,
Kind of what we're here for.
Yeah, I mean, it's only the Pro Bowl. Let's go.
hey,
Right?
as a listener, I can tell you one thing: one of you made the wrong call.
I know it.
Yeah, we
I've
did.
been picking against them Chiefs for a long time.
I
My God,
know,
I got one right.
Hey, let's go, baby.
All right, we will be back right after these messages. Hey, Dave, do you ever get tired of your balls being dirty?
Absolutely, man. It's extremely hard to play with dirty balls.
Dirty balls can adversely affect the trajectory and spin of your golf ball.
Oh, yeah? Well, have you tried one of our new WHS ball washers? Keep
No.
your balls shiny and clean from sand and mud.
No, sure, let me try one. Wow, thanks, Dave.
You're welcome, man. And while you're out there, folks, don't forget to pick up new WHS ball washers from Winterhawk Studios. Check them out. They're in your grocer's freezer.
All right, folks, make sure you pick up your ball washers in your local grocer's freezer. I almost got away through our. Typically, when we take a break, I've already done this part already, but we just got excited and ahead of ourselves. So I didn't even bring up my favorite sport that I'm going to be into now that football's over.
Yeah, you do got your man's trip coming up.
Yeah. Our trip to
that's
to
right.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, March Madness, baby.
Yeah.
Best
Be a
4
bunch-
days
You
in
think there's
all
going
of
to be a
sports.
bunch of grab assing going on?
Bunch
Oh,
of dudes hanging out watching football. You know there's gonna
No,
be some
watching
slap
basketball,
ass.
buddy.
Basketball.
Basketball.
What did I
Football's
say?
over. You
You
said
said
football.
football.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
March
sorry.
Madness
You'll
is-
have, I'm at Winterhawk.
you
That's what
coming
we're
at me?
about here.
You coming at me?
I'm sorry, Dave.
Calm down, bro.
Yeah, but you know there's going to be some ass grabbing and
Yeah.
some homo.
Definitely
Debauchery.
some good games.
Good gaming.
Oh,
That's
there
right.
definitely gonna be some good games. Okay, so college basketball. Auburn is number 1 at 21-2. Alabama is number 2 at 20-3. Duke, number 3, 20-3. Florida, number 4, 20-3, and Tennessee, number 5 at 20-4. Now the Boilermakers have moved up to number 7 in the rankings.
Well, that's
They are 19-5. They
you gotta
play
watch out
actually.
for them Boilermakers. They do. They
Purdue's
always got.
been
They
really
always
good at
normally,
basketball for the last few
They've
years.
normally always got a pretty well-rounded
the big boy,
basketball
the big boy
organization.
Edie left. You go, well,
He
how
did.
how they going to play? And then Braden Smith, man, that kid, little white
They
kid
figured
playing
it out.
guard.
They figured it out.
They did.
Yeah,
They did.
you
I hate to root for the Boilermakers, but at least they're hometown native.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I'm-
and so
Growing up as a
we're
big
always
IU
Hoosiers.
fan, yeah.
Exactly.
Growing up as an IU fan, you always hated Purdue, but now that I'm older and just enjoy basketball, I'm rooting for Purdue. Not over IU, but I know what to expect with IU. So
That's right. That's right.
But yeah,
That's right.
The Boilermakers have moved up to number 7, 19-5. They play at number 20 Michigan tonight, and then they play at home against number 16 Wisconsin on Saturday. So Purdue's got a couple big games ahead of them in the Big Ten, ranked teams. IU, on the other hand, 14-10. They are playing Michigan State tonight, which the game tonight, Tom Izzo can pass the general on the all-time wins list, beating IU.
Really?
So, yeah. But old dude from North Carolina, or Mike Krzyzewski's already
From
passed
Duke.
Bob
From
Knight.
Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Coach K's already got the record. He passed Knight a couple years ago, but which is funny because Coach K was an assistant for Bob Knight at Army in the way back days.
We talking about a coaching winning record here?
All-time wins in college basketball.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was Bob Knight was number 1 for a long time.
Everybody loves.
And then
a good
Coach
old Bobby
K
Knight.
passed him a couple years ago, and Tom Izzo for Michigan State can pass Bob Knight tonight playing IU. So
Well, you know he's going to get the victory.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Unfortunately,
number
It's a
11
bummer,
Michigan
right,
State.
yeah. Until they get rid of Woodson.
IU
and,
is at Michigan State tonight, so that's a Michigan State win, and then IU plays UCLA on Friday. But the Hoosiers have lost 5 games in a row. Mike Woodson has announced his retirement.
Good job, boys.
He's retiring at the end of the year.
No,
he
he's
is.
getting
I did not-
fired. He's getting fired
Yeah.
in a gracious way.
Yeah,
I did not
Mike-
know that.
Yes,
Wow.
Mike Wood.
Okay. Well, this might benefit the Hoosiers in the long run.
Everybody has called for his head. He's
You're
had
getting fired. Otherwise, you wouldn't announce your retirement this
Yes.
far up.
right, yeah.
So
Mike Woodson
basically,
was
he
gonna-
gave up on the team
He
too.
said, "I'm done. Here,
Mike
here's
Woodson
the
was going to
white
get
towel.
fired,
I'm done."
but
Yeah.
because his legacy at IU, being a
Right.
former player and everything that he's accomplished,
They gotta make it all brass
Exactly.
and gold and
Which
shiny.
everybody who has any lick of sense in the world goes, everybody want him gone. He sucks ass.
Right,
He's
yes.
retiring.
Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you,
So
thank
the
you.
retirement is bullshit. But hey, whatever. We'll take what we can get.
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah. So
As a
what the
Hoosier.
Hoosiers do next, where they come up with the bitch is the team is talented, man. They got
do. They
good players,
typically-
but they don't know
typically-
how to play right. They don't. They
They need to
suck
go
on
watch
defense.
Signetti and be like, "Hey, take a couple
Oh,
winning pointers from oh boy over there
over the football field.
Hold
on
on
the football stadium." You know,
Signetti still has to back it up
He does.
he does.
He does.
He fell a little short this year.
But
because
he
that
only
one
lost-
coach before that took IU gave him
Hebner?
that one hell
gave him
year.
a couple years. Yeah, but Signetti only lost 2 games all
And he-
year.
they looked
and,
good.
And both the teams he lost against, he lost at their house, and those 2 guys
We're in the national
were in the
championship.
national championship game. Ohio
But
State.
I
Yeah.
did Google him, and he does win.
He said,
does
"I
win.
did good."
Yeah, that's what he does.
That's exactly what he said to do.
So that's a little bit of
But he has to back it up.
he does. If he comes
That's
back
where the
next
brass
year,
tacks comes down to play.
100%.
If you can back it up,
because
talk all that
You
shit.
got to do your NIL. You
Right.
got to recruit. You,
You
got to
gotta
back
go
it up.
spend that
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
you know, and that's crazy.
year
that they
one you
switched
come
that
in and do
up.
what you did, unprecedented.
Right.
Absolutely
Absolutely.
amazing. I mean,
especially
you
as
can't
a fan.
But a
Yeah.
big chunk of your NIL money is coming right out of
playoff
Coach
money.
Woodson's.
Oh yeah, buyout.
Buyout.
yeah,
Absolutely,
you're
that's
right.
true.
Very
so that
valid
NIL
point,
money,
yeah.
he may just lost a fucking player or two.
So the boosters need to step up.
yeah.
All right, so What happened this past week? What do we do? What do we talk about? What's our primary focus on the Wrong Call Sportscast, Dave?
Well, it is the motherfucking NFL, the juggernaut in the room, in the world,
That's right.
the best soap opera in the world.
That's funny that you say that because I came across something today that I thought was very interesting, and I'd like to hear your guys' take on it.
Let's hear it.
What is the top 10 most viewed sports events worldwide?
Probably soccer.
So
I was thinking
listen,
that,
top 10.
'cause
Top 10 sport
Worldwide?
events worldwide.
What about racing?
It has to
we got
be-
some Formula One.
It has to be
or
something FIFA.
worldwide
World
top
Cup.
10?
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I'm going to go backwards.
Okay.
So, number 10.
Don't be trying to pull Danny
viewed,
here.
Most viewed sports events worldwide. Number 10 is the NBA. Worldwide.
Well, look at them. They're all sissies. You look at them wrong and they
like,
start crying.
hold on, like
Viewing capacity
a
numbers.
single event
yeah.
or just overall?
I think singular event. Yeah, singular event.
So like
Okay.
the playoffs or like the
yeah.
All Stars.
So
like,
NBA.
What'd you say?
like the NBA
What-
playoffs or like play.
Playoffs.
Jim's here.
Well, he's here.
You
All you
kidding
gotta do
me?
is say it, and Jim shows up like.
Jim's here for the end of season 1 party.
My
Yeah.
man.
So, NBA, 17.8 million at number 10. Most viewed sport events worldwide. At number 9 is Wimbledon.
Oh, tennis.
Well, I can understand
Soccer.
that. Yeah,
Or
I can
not
totally
soccer.
understand.
Tennis.
Yeah,
Wimbledon.
tennis.
Yeah, it's not
Soccer.
soccer.
Yeah,
No.
wrong sport.
That's a
Wrong
fucked
ball.
up
Wrong
way
ball.
of playing soccer.
25.6 million. At number 8 is the Super Bowl.
Really?
Number
only
8.
8.
Yeah.
What?
Only 8.
100,
Really?
115.1
I
million.
did not see that coming.
Yeah. But you got to think football is an American sport.
Right.
Now it's
Football
grown.
It is,
Yeah.
it
So
is.
the NFL is trying to grow it with all these overseas games and
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
That's
London
where they
and
come
Germany
into
and all that
that,
stuff.
yes.
Now
Yeah.
they're going to Dublin and
Right.
Australia.
Yeah.
Trying to broaden the horizon.
But yeah, the Super
Typical
Bowl is
soccer,
is
like
number
Dave
8
said.
Or rugby.
at 100,
Oh, yeah, rugby, yep.
115.1 million. So next up we have the UEFA Champions League, which I believe is soccer.
Well, of course.
Oh,
Four-
there's so many different leagues in soccer.
450 million viewers. At number 6 we have the Winter Olympics.
What?
The Winter
Oh,
Olympics.
Every 4 years?
Okay, I
Yep.
can.
Again,
I
the-
can expect Olympics to actually show up
Yes,
in that.
because
Yeah,
obviously
I
it's
didn't-
it's
I
worldwide.
honestly didn't even think of that.
But when you hear some of these numbers,
Okay, well, when you
the
put
Winter
it-
Olympics at 2
That's
billion.
worldwide.
Right,
Worldwide.
right, yeah, when you put it-
Worldwide.
Yeah.
The Winter Olympics are number 6 with 2 billion viewers. At
Winter
n-
Olympics are typically pretty cool.
Women love figure skating.
You know, with the
Dude,
the
I love some of
ski
that stuff.
jumping that they do the long jump. You
Yeah.
know,
And now
or,
that they added the half pipe and shit like
snowboarding
that,
and all
yeah,
that
the
you know,
that
you got,
stuff's cool as hell.
What was his name? Sean White, I think.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
freaking legend.
Sean
you know.
White, but he had red hair. He was a
Right, yeah,
ginger.
looked like
Make no
Carrot
damn
Top.
sense.
You know,
Yeah, he
looked like
did.
Carrot Top's twin. You know, and freaking.
At number 5 is the Summer Olympic
Yeah,
Games.
There we go.
yeah,
That's
back to back.
Yeah,
Two
well,
billion viewers.
Well, that's where you get more cool shit.
Now here's where it gets crazy. Number 4 is Women's World Cup Soccer.
Okay, yeah. We're
Five-
getting to the soccer.
That's the typical football, traditional as we
Yeah,
know
but-
it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Women's World Cup.
Football.
Women's
yeah,
World Cup has a huge following in the U.S. even. When the
Yeah,
women
with
do
their
well in-
national team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
at-
do got some rock
And they've
stars
actually
on them.
won
They got
a
some
couple
good,
fucking
right. They
cups.
got a pretty good
Yeah.
team as a women's
For
soccer
quite a few
team.
years, yeah.
You know,
They've
they're
been
pretty
better than the
competitive.
men's.
You know,
Been
right?
better than men's.
Absolutely, yeah.
They've won a cup.
right.
one you will understand. 3 and 2 kind of threw me for a loop when I heard these.
Okay.
Okay. But number 3 is the Cricket World Cup.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Cricket.
But you got to think, what's the population of India?
Well, I can tell you.
900 billion people.
Yeah. And they all don't want to live there anymore.
No. But by God, they all watch cricket.
But yeah, those motherfuckers have taken over fields around here. And I'm not saying anything bad. I actually think it's kind of cool to see them out there
Interesting,
fucking
just to
doing
sit
it.
and watch it. Yeah,
But they're playing cricket over in the elementary school.
Yeah.
They bought a lot over here
To play cricket in?
just to play fucking cricket. And they bought a tractor to fucking mow that shit down when it grows so they can still play cricket.
so they can get their cricket on.
So-
yeah,
so-
but
night.
they get it on.
Hey,
so
they get it on.
Number
That's
three,
awesome.
number
Shout out
three
to
is
them,
the
the
Cricket
dedication.
World Cup at 2.6 billion viewers.
Which one?
Good.
Number 3, cricket, 2.6 billion.
Cricket.
So,
We were just
yeah.
Okay.
So that they were number 3. Number two is the Tour de France. Bicycle.
Yeah,
Wow.
okay. That makes sense.
3.5
Lance
billion
Armstrong,
viewers.
You know,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
I didn't know cycling was that cool.
I didn't either, but I kind of understand
You
it.
know, I
And
don't really
obviously-
care to cycle because I don't want to lose my nuts. You know, if you look at Lance Armstrong, that's all he did
Obviously,
is rode a bike and
number
he ended up
one-
with testicular
Number
cancer.
one is soccer, but it's the World Cup, men's World Cup.
I figured it was.
5 billion viewers.
Yeah. You got so many countries involved. In
So
that.
Yeah,
many.
exactly. The whole entire world plays soccer. The U.S. is the only one that plays football. They
Foosball.
all call the world. They all call that football everywhere else.
Foosball.
All the rest of the world.
Football.
Yeah.
Foosball. Ricky
So-
Waterboy. What was his name?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. That foosball. You leave that foosball alone. That's the devil.
I can, World Cup.
So
It
yeah, I
doesn't
thought that was
surprise
kind of
me.
neat. But yeah, the
that is
NFL,
interesting. That's cool.
the Super Bowl ranks 8th on the most viewed sport events worldwide.
Makes sense when you put it behind the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
'cause
Everything, if you look at it in a
I
big
don't-
perspective.
I don't-
Right.
If you look,
Consider-
again, look at it worldwide.
Right.
I don't consider Olympics like professional sports, but
Absolutely.
it really is a professional sport.
It is.
But growing up in Indiana,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
considered like an amateur sport.
Yeah, but
Well,
those guys train as
Only-
hard or
only-
harder
only-
than
yeah,
anybody
exactly.
else.
Only because we have all the national qualifications here in Indianapolis.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the swimming, the diving, and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
we've
Well,
got
you
a
see
lot
what
of
they
stuff
did
in
at the
natatorium
stadium.
here in
Yeah,
Indy. Yeah,
phenomenal athletes. They just roll in and roll out.
Well, what did they do? Wasn't it Lucas Oil? They turned it into
That
a freaking
swimming.
swimming pool.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
that
a
was pretty
giant freaking
Yep.
just to
They
train.
figured,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
amazing.
used Fall Creek River,
Right.
So they had a hell of a filter that filtered out dead bodies and trash and old condoms and turned it into blue pool water.
Beautiful.
However they did it,
Let me
they did.
train in that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me hop in there.
But it does make sense now that
yeah. Like I said, I
laid
just
out.
thought, I saw that today and I thought, well, that's kind of neat. So,
I
NFL
wasn't even-
honors
I
happened.
wasn't even thinking about the Olympics.
Yeah,
That
NFL
was
honors
so far off my
happened
radar.
right before the Super Bowl this past week.
Yeah, they did. Thursday night.
We picked some. We made some picks on the honors. Yegi, you remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember if we got
Because
them
we
right.
didn't,
Well, we
uh,
got Jaden Daniels right.
We did get Jaden Daniels right.
I mean,
so,
you got every right to get him right. I mean,
well, I mean, I think that was probably
I
the
think
given,
that-
right?
Right. I think that was your lock of the week right there. You know.
Of course, my guy. Give me my theme music.
Oh,
Whoop whoop. Let's go.
We ain't heard him in a minute.
That's right.
He earned it, boys.
he got
He
it.
did earn it. He did.
Josh Allen got him that MVP award.
Josh
this
motherfucking
year.
Allen got
Josh motherfucking Allen, boy.
Yeah,
And the only reason I'm such a diehard Bills fan is because of you.
Yes,
Is because of my brother.
bro.
You know,
I grew up
and
a
like,
diehard Bills. I'm still a
If,
diehard
if
Bills
my
fan.
Colts ain't in the champ,
Pulling for the
AFC
Bills.
I'm pulling for the Bills all day.
He
You know?
was there.
And,
I mean,
I watched this dude cry many times.
4 in a row, baby.
Re-
In
reminiscent-
his starter jacket.
Hell
in
yeah.
his start with
Zoo-
his
in my
pants,
Zubaz-
in my
Zubaz
I've heard it
pants.
on the episode. You know, I can visually testify. I seen it. I witnessed it. The dude crying, emotional, not knowing what
Yeah.
to do.
Motherfucker wasn't lying.
And
Yeah.
he wasn't lying.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
like the damn French maid.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know
yeah.
if you guys posted
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
socials or not yet. But
Yeah, I mean, I was 12, 13 years old when the Bills were losing them Super Bowls, man. I
Yeah.
was upset.
he
I was
devastated.
down for it.
You,
You know what
think
I mean?
he lost his freaking puppy dog?
Yeah, it was
you know?
tough. It was tough.
Here I am, just knee high to a grasshopper, not knowing what's going on.
So what
but
my
I
big
know-
brother crying for? 'Cause
Hey.
the Bills lost another Super Bowl.
I know I love the damn Buffalo Bills. That's it. You know
Who's
what I mean?
Bill?
Yeah, that's right. Who Bill? Who Bill?
Bills Mafia.
Did he
let's go.
die? What happened? Why Josh crying?
Well, he's gonna be back 3 more years and die again.
Walter Payton Man of the Year went to the Jaguars defensive end Eric Armstead.
Yes.
Yep,
That's
that-
true.
That's good. That's
you know,
good.
It's
Good
probably
award to win.
that's the best award out of all those in my opinion. Obviously MVP
The
gives
most
you
prestigious.
it is the most prestigious.
Right, right,
That's you do for your community,
I
and your
was gonna
people,
say,
and
yeah.
all
it's
of that
giving
stuff.
back. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
yes.
And
That's
being a
when
big,
you're a certified
Right.
badass
Yeah.
motherfucker. Not on the
Absolutely.
field, but
Off
when
the
you
it's
do
on
off
both
the
ends.
field.
Exactly.
when you
On
use your
and off the
when you
field,
use your
exactly.
platform, that's why
Exactly.
all those
platform.
guys.
Platform.
Yeah, when you use that platform for good in your community that you're living
Yep.
in, when you're representing as a athlete, amazing. That's why all them guys get that great ass insignia
Yep.
on their jersey for life.
as a
Yeah,
member
right.
of that
Walter Payton.
organization
Yeah.
and that
So
team
you,
and that
you know, those
environment,
guys,
you
those
know?
guys have their captain one, and the lucky ones that have that Walter
that-
Payton insignia.
yep.
That one means a lot.
That's
so
that's exactly right.
congratulations to Eric Armstead. What else did we have? Coach of the year went to Vikings Kevin O'Connell.
Yep.
Which well deserved.
I'm good
Kind
with
of
it.
debatable.
I'm good with it.
I mean, it was good, but like you guys said last week, you know, with Washington,
Also-
look what they did in Washington with that head coach over there.
But they
and-
went better than Washington.
true.
They did.
So all you have to do is
Surpass.
So we got anything about Andy Reid.
Yep.
Andy Reid's already at the fucking top of the
Right.
mountain.
He's
He's
at the
already
pinnacle.
he's already
Yeah.
Yeah.
accomplished. Right.
So any other coach should want to be there.
Right.
And win fucking 3 out of the last 4 Super Bowls or whatever the
And
hell,
make
however many he's got.
6 out of the last
Yeah.
7
Yeah.
appearances or
So,
something like
but
that. I don't
the
freaking know.
Vikings really did make the bigger jump
They did.
True,
They
true,
did.
they did.
because
Coach-
nobody
With Sam
nobody,
Darnold
Exactly,
coming in,
with
with
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold, the rookie
No, yeah.
prospect
Yeah.
getting hurt
their
in
number
the
one,
preseason.
their
you
number
know,
one draft,
Right.
he got ouched,
Yeah.
early.
and then
And you got Darnold. Like,
Darnold
how's this going
stepped
to work?
in.
right,
So,
and he did. It's
yeah,
true.
and he deserved it.
He did.
that
He
was
really
good.
truly did.
Yeah.
But you know,
NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year went to the Rams outside linebacker Jared Verse.
yeah, we called that.
Yeah, that was it.
did.
He
Nice.
played pretty well.
Let's
So, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
That one kind of surprised me
Twice
a
in
little
a
bit.
year, twice in a row.
Yeah, that one kind of surprised me a
I
little bit.
understood
because,
it last year because he got hurt.
Yeah, but this year he just, you know,
What's
yeah.
that all about? Why that should have been Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
I'll
Absolutely.
say I think you guys said that was Sam Darnold last week.
Yeah, that one didn't
was
make a lot of
surprise.
sense.
It
That's
should
a
have been.
surprise. Yeah.
Didn't make a lot of sense to me. Obviously, this one was. It's really hard for the NFL to give an MVP to a non-quarterback. So the Offensive Player of the Year was Saquon Barkley, which I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean there ain't no if
That's
and but
given.
about
I
it.
mean,
He,
yeah,
I guarantee if they played him in
Well,
that
you-
last week and he broke the record, he would have been MVP.
yeah, because now the voting has to be done at the end of the regular season.
Exactly. It's a regular
So-
season award, not a fucking playoff award.
Defensive
had
Player
a
of the
hell of a
Year
year, though.
went to
He did.
cornerback Patrick Surtain for the Broncos.
That was a shocker, but
That one was a little shock
he's
to me, too.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Henderson,
before the season started, he got a huge contract.
yes, yeah, and most of them guys get that big deal. You see him slump off. He
they
did
kind
not
of taper
whatsoever.
down a little bit. They get
Yeah.
comfortable. You know, like I can
Yeah,
hit the
I'm
brakes
rich.
a little bit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Right.
I'm guaranteed for
Yeah,
a couple
yeah,
of years.
yeah,
I
right.
can dick off for a
I
little
can
bit.
fuck off a little bit.
Yeah,
and-
no,
and
he
still
went
get
after it
paid.
hard. I mean, Broncos were well.
Don't forget half your money's at the back of that contract.
Yes,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Well, guarantee up front.
Yeah.
The hit on the cap is at the back.
And that's
Right.
where they get I guess a little sidetrack you could say is they blow that guarantee and they get sidetracked and party it up. And, hey,
But those guarantees are worth hundreds of millions
yeah,
of dollars.
I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Offensive
either.
Rookie of the Year. I mean, that was a give me for everybody in the whole entire world. Jaden Daniels got
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Glad to see him get it though. Even tough.
good for Washington. So everybody's worried about this MVP fucking. Lamar was better than
Allen. Yeah.
Allen.
Statistically. This guy.
Lamar was better than Allen statistically.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna play that game, Joe Burrow
Was number one
better than
overall.
all fucking
right.
three.
yeah.
Right.
100%.
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow was
You've
the
been
best
talking
quarterback
about
in
that
the
since-
fucking league.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you, most valuable player, you can put up
Yeah.
all the stats in the world,
Yeah.
but will your team to win? Do you make shit happen?
because the Ravens went in a slide.
Yep.
So
hit a
the
little
MVP
slump. They
didn't
did.
fucking do anything.
Yes.
But I forgot where I was going because somebody else was involved in that conversation.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, stats. So, offensive player of the year, Bo Nix has better physical stats than fucking Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
But Jaden Daniels did more.
The Hail Marys, the
Yeah,
will your
that
team
Hail
to win.
Mary against
Closing out
Chicago.
the,
yeah.
the,
yes.
the late in the
Those kind of
games,
things
right?
right.
Yeah.
Those
that's
under
what-
2
so-
minute
Washington
drives.
beat Philly. Also, they beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's those things.
hey, I'm just happy the Panthers got to hang a banner that we almost beat both.
I saw that on the social.
We
That was funny
almost
shit.
beat both of the Super Bowl
That's
teams.
right.
Hey, on the bright side though, your Panthers started to look good
Hey,
late towards the end.
we
of
got
the
the
year.
Carolina
That-
Reaper,
right,
bro.
you
That's
know,
right, the
they-
Carolina Reaper.
They started to
Best
get a little,
nickname of
get
all.
a little mojo. Watch out for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, if
moving
you.
forward.
But I was just saying, if you want to play stats, those are a couple
Yes.
examples.
You're right. You're right.
But it's more than
it is.
stats.
It is more than stats. That's why most valuable player who
comes down to closing out games.
who makes their team
Exactly.
better.
Wielding your team
Exactly.
to win.
Ex-
To
yep.
succeed.
Having that extra
Exactly.
oomph to make it happen.
Right.
Obviously,
Make-
you got to have the
on
stats
that-
too. You,
yeah,
you can't
well-
throw for 2,000 yards and have that it factor. You still got to do.
You got to make that last.
Yeah, you
little
still gotta be
drive,
on the
you
field,
know?
so,
right, exactly. Get that first down.
Jaden
you know?
Daniels, offensive rookie of the year. We got that. That was okay. So question: they put 4 guys in the Hall of Fame this year.
It's kind of weak.
It's very, very weak that they only put 4 in, and there's
Normally
been a
they
lot.
put at least
That's
5
not
or 6.
typical, right?
No,
Right.
it's been a lot of talk since it happened last week that even Tony Dungy came out and said, "Well, that's pretty crappy with the guys that were there, the guys who were up, available, a couple of the other first
the
ballot
nominees
guys
that could have been
Yeah.
on the ballot, right?
to
Yeah.
only
You
only
know?
pull in 4." was
I
kind of
don't, I
squirrely.
don't know why they adjusted to that.
And they don't have a set number. They can do as much as like 7 or 8 or
that's
some shit.
what I'm.
So why they only
previous
did
years there's like
Yeah.
multiple. There's more than
There-
4.
Yeah.
now
You
obviously
got
the,
double digits.
the recipients
on,
that
you know?
come, the recipients that went in, Eric Allen was, deserves it. Jared Allen deserved it.
For
Jared
Panther.
Allen, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Antonio Gates deserved it. I mean, he
Good time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, yeah.
Sterling Sharp totally deserved
totally
it.
deserved
Yeah.
it. Totally deserved it. So I mean, not to knock the guys that got in, but you had guys like
I'm not knocking them at all. I'm just knocking the reason why
Well,
there
I mean,
isn't
the
more.
under-
Think,
Understand,
so let me just give you a couple names that could have got in this year, and think about this. If you look at the guys that
They will get in.
they will, but who should have been in this year? Eli Manning
Yeah, 2 Super Bowl
Great-
wins,
great
2 Super
quarterback,
Bowl
right.
MVPs.
doesn't have the numbers of all the greats, but he beat freaking Tom Brady
Dude,
twice in
right.
the Super Bowl in the
In
most
the,
clutch of all
in the
time.
most valuable game.
Yeah,
and won MVP both times.
Yes.
And one of those victories, I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong, but the Patriots went undefeated that year.
yes,
Yes.
And they got beat by
Yeah.
the
With
by
Randy
Eli.
Moss.
Yes.
Which,
That was-
hey,
yes, absolutely.
Randy Moss is back.
So I ain't gonna lie to
well,
you. I get
he's
a, I, get
feeling
a,
good.
I get a little squirrely and emotional too with just silly shit. And on Countdown on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
when he got out and he was crying,
Yeah.
he said, all I could wait was to get back here with you guys. I promised you guys I wasn't going to do this. And Greeny had a bet with him. He was going to do it anyway because Randy's a big old softy. So, yeah, congrats to Randy Moss getting back from the Super Bowl on
Yeah,
Countdown.
He has
It's good to
bile
see you
duct
back,
cancer.
you know?
It's confirmed,
Yep.
which is the same thing that Walter Payton passed away from.
Yeah. So, yeah, Randy Moss, badass. It was good to
yeah.
see. It was good to see him on
It is
Countdown.
good to see a familiar face.
Yeah.
Loving face like that.
Back to the the Hall of Fame snubs. Terrell Suggs, what a beast of a linebacker for Baltimore for that run, right?
Yeah,
he won a
Luke
championship.
Kuechly.
Didn't they win a Super Bowl together?
yeah, Luke Kuechly. But
Luke Kuechly was
Kuechly had a short career,
Yep.
so he did great things in his career, but it's a shortened career, so he
It
will
was.
get in.
He will
but
get in.
He's not first ballot at all.
Adam
Terrell Suggs is
Vinatieri
not-
was his first year available.
actually Vinatieri should have been first
he should have.
ballot.
He should have been.
Should have been.
Yeah.
The iconic kicks
Mr.
that
Clutch,
he did
Mr.
for fucking
Clutch, yeah.
New
New
England
England.
alone.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So Vinatieri should have been Vinatieri is more of a snub than Eli because Eli just
I
didn't
believe
have the
so.
numbers.
I
But
agree.
Vinatieri
I
should
agree.
have got it.
I'll
But
second
to only
that.
take 4, and I mean the homer in me is the homer in
I
me
don't
is
know
like
when they
Reggie.
invaded.
How's Reggie Wayne still not in? Torrey Holt's still not in.
Right.
Oh yeah, they'll get in. What it took To how long?
I know, but what less than these guys?
Well, I know, but
But the
Jamar
num- the
Chase
num-
won the,
the
fucking
numbers are
triple
there.
crown,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and still didn't get fucking offensive player of the year.
That's true.
True.
I mean, how many years do we get to see a fucking
Yeah.
He did that. That's
triple
multiple
crown?
years,
Yeah.
correct?
No, he did it just this
Just
year.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so rare. There's only like we already talked
Well, I
about
remember
it.
you
There's
guys had
like,
mentioned a stat a
there's
couple
like
weeks ago.
fucking what 12 triple crown
It's
winners.
very
No,
rare.
there was only like 6 of them.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it,
it
was a
just
very
small
rare
number.
it's even
occurrence,
half
yeah.
of what I
Yeah.
originally
Okay.
just.
Yeah, the first one to do it was like Sterling Sharp
Yes,
because we talked about that in the Sterling
and I got
Sharp
that
Hall.
question right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Love
there's
it.
not very many of them that have done it. So, all right, so that's a little bit more of this and that, but okay, let's get to it. There was a game Sunday. Woo!
Yes, there was.
Yes, there
Well,
was.
I don't know if there's
Would
necessarily
you call it a game,
The-
though?
There was a sporting event held on television.
That's right.
It was 2 weeks of fucking chest pumping and fucking
Yeah,
I'm
getting
bigger
ready.
and better and
Broke a record.
all the Eagles fans looking at which
Hey,
light pole they're
dynasty
gonna
this
fuck
and
up.
dynasty that.
Hey,
and-
Nielsen
Yeah.
Media, it was the most watched Super Bowl of all time. Last year
Well, I
broke the
bet.
last year broke the record.
Was it?
This year broke
Really?
it again, which surprised me because nobody wanted to see this game. Until Kansas City started getting beaten, I bet the viewership started going up and up and up and up and up.
Nobody wanted to watch this game until the halftime show came on, and now everybody has an opinion.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, how many
So-
feelings are upset over that?
Yeah.
I'm
Makes
not
no
even gonna
goddamn
get into
sense.
that.
No,
It
we're
doesn't.
not gonna-
We're
we-
not. We're
I
not.
don't really even care.
We're here for football.
Yeah.
Fuck the halftime.
All right,
show.
so
I didn't
let-
even watch it, to be
let's-
honest with you. I left.
Let's
I was
talk
at a
about the
party
football.
and left.
Let's talk about the football game.
Yes, let's go.
Because the Philly defense
Yes,
was
and I
the
do have one
nastiest thing I can remember
Oh,
watching
absolutely.
in a football game in years.
They held their own. They really came in there. They contained Mahomes, and they just
Kansas City had like
Punched him in the mouth.
yes.
Kansas
you
City had
know.
like 38 yards of offense in the first half.
Right.
They didn't cross the 50 till the second half.
You haven't seen
Unreal.
it all season long. You haven't seen KC do that.
Well, Kansas City, we've talked about it a little bit prior to recording. Kansas City has not had a signature win. If you they haven't went out and blown anybody. They won a lot of games barely by a late penalty
And
here.
how many?
or,
Right.
Or,
and like
the
you
whole,
said, and how many of those are
Okay,
Or
controversial?
hold on,
run
hold on.
here.
Their signature win was over the Bengals. when it went to overtime and they flipped the coin
And
it
Joe
to
Burrow
Cam-
went, "Fuck."
Joe Burrow was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck,
He-
I already know."
Yeah.
Yep.
Face palm. That
Yeah.
was a face palm moment. He said, "Damn
That
it."
was their signature
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
So Kansas City gets the ball, start the game, right? They
Hey, hold on. Before
no.
you get too far, my highlight of this game is, which was pretty recent in the first half, is when that rookie made that pick six on his birthday.
Deshaun?
yeah.
Dude, how incredible is that, though?
He
Yeah.
is
Coo-
the-
Coo- Cooper
he is
DeJean.
the-
Rookie
Coop-
year,
Cooper DeJean.
birthday, Super Bowl.
He is-
You
and his first career pick.
right. Oh, I didn't know
He
that.
is
That was
the
his first career pick. He's a rookie, but his first pick all year.
That was my highlight of the
Yeah.
Super Bowl right there.
second NFL player in NFL history on Super Bowl Sunday to get a touchdown on your birthday.
Oh, no way.
Really?
That's awesome.
It happened before?
One
Once.
more other time.
Once.
Saquon Barkley's birthday
Was Sunday
on the
also.
same
Yeah.
day.
But
Oh,
he didn't
no
score.
way.
But
Saquon
he
didn't score a
But
touchdown.
remember when he caught that pass
Saquon's
like 5
was-
yards away
Sunday
from the
also,
end zone?
yeah.
We're
Okay,
like,
wow.
we're like, feed this motherfucker,
Oh, yeah,
let
yeah,
him get
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So we could have gotten to
Yeah.
see the second and
Oh,
the
yeah.
third
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
in NFL history
Yeah.
on Super Bowl
But we-
Sunday.
Wow.
But we had to
That'd
tush
been
push.
cool. That'd
But we
been
had to
cool.
tush push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been cooler to see Saquon.
But yeah, yeah,
because he had a wonderful year.
They ran him 3 times and he couldn't get no.
No.
They-
I
which-
mean, the Kansas
gotta-
City defense held
that's
up
the-
against the run.
Well, that's
They
the
did
only
that.
thing they prepared for. It
Yeah.
seems like that's the
Yeah.
only thing that they prepared
to
for.
take him out of the game.
Right.
And Jalen Hurts had a very productive, efficient game.
He did.
He had like 70 rushing yards.
He looked
and
good.
when he threw the ball when he needed
72.
to, he threw the ball when he needed to. A couple big, obviously the one
That
to
ball.
Jahan Dotson down. That he ended up with the tush push. The AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Hurts
Everybody
looked
stepped
good.
up- everybody showed up
I
when they
mean,
needed
obviously Jalen Hurts was the MVP of the game,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which he
And,
deserved it.
If they won the one 2 years ago, he would have been MVP
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Facts,
yeah.
facts.
But in my opinion, the NFL, the Super Bowl MVP should have went to the front four for the defense on Philadelphia. I mean, that pressure.
They didn't blitz once.
I know it. That's my point. So you don't have to blitz. You're getting that kind of
They
pressure.
kept Mahomes in their eyes.
You get that kind
They
of pressure
was
with four
on him
guys.
like,
the whole time. They
We're
was
not
watching
letting you
every
or
move.
Kelsey pull your fucking bullshit.
But what
Pull
has
your
happened?
shenanigans.
What's
Yeah.
happened with Kansas City all year in that situation? If you get pressure on Mahomes with four, he scrambles. They
Yeah.
they
He
had
gets outside the
such
pocket
great
and it
they had
gets him
such
lanes.
great lane discipline.
He scrambles.
and contain. They had such great
then
containment
They
on the
were
edge.
lane defense. They contained him lanes.
and then
they
Kelsey finds that
Yeah,
magical
the little
pocket.
hole,
Sweet
the,
spot,
yeah,
the little
he's
honey hole, yeah.
Give Mahomes a minute. He'll find a little spot where Kelsey's sitting down in the zone. But the pressure they got out of that front four is unlike anything I have seen
Unbelievable.
in years.
Unbelievable.
No, it's the same thing that the Bucks did
We
when
did.
Brady played.
Yeah, but you talked about that earlier when we were prepping for the show.
Mm-hmm.
But in that game, they had what 2.5 sacks, 3 sacks, and 2 picks.
And two picks.
They sacked Mahomes 7 times with a 4-man front.
Yeah, I know.
I
Because
think
they
one
didn't
of the
blitz.
greatest things I seen was a meme. It showed Mahomes getting all tangled up. It said, "Well, if you would have had Progressive instead of State Farm, you would have been protected from mayhem."
Like these guys.
Yeah.
I posted that on our
It was-
on our
it was
Facebook
great.
page.
I might have seen it on your social, but it was
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I just
Yeah, they were all over.
That
him,
granted-
man.
Yeah, he
For-
was
for-
not comfortable in the
didn't-
pocket.
You could just see it from the first snap, man.
I think it said it was his second worst game of his entire career.
I hope they woke up a little bit.
As far as like
Playoff wise,
like when they add in all those other stats, all that efficiency and
All the
you're
this
kind of
and
like
that.
baseball, like the win against replacement and all that kind of shit. All those extra stats they threw in there was
Now we're gonna pull up my
like his
notebook.
worst-
You
his
guys
worst
keep
game.
talking. I'm gonna go whiz. real
okay.
quick.
Okay,
Keep it going.
but yeah,
Sitting on my prostate and it's making me.
You'll have that on the
I
big
just
jobs.
like I said in recent memory, I can't recall seeing a defense that dominant against a team of the caliber of the Chiefs.
Right. We witnessed it all year in the late moments. You know, Mahomes, he's making
Always
them
make something
clutch
happen.
plays. You know,
I mean, we've
and
talked
just-
about it all year.
Yeah,
in Magic Man.
All year. You've bet against them, I don't know, countless times. And
Yes.
they've always seemed somehow when you think, all right, this is it, this is the game, they're gonna face this, that, and the other. They're gonna put Mahomes in this or that. He always finds a way.
He does.
just couldn't handle it.
You know,
the Philly really prepared to shut him down. And they knew.
Vic Fangio could have got the fucking MVP, the defense coordinator for Philly, because that
Correct.
was a
The assistant coach of the year could have went to, you know.
yeah.
I mean,
that was a clinic, man.
It was.
That defense was absolutely unfreaking real.
unbelievable.
My daughter's
Yeah,
boyfriend.
by the third quarter, if it ended the way it was, Sweat was my MVP.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had what 3 sacks?
Right.
Did he have 3
he had
sacks?
2.5
Two and a
sacks,
half?
6 tackles.
Yeah.
all over.
Fucking
just
yeah,
touching him,
and he
and-
kept doing the wiping the sweat off his
yeah,
helmet.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was my MVP at that point.
It
at
was
that
quite
point. And
unreal.
then Hurts
At that moment.
uncorked a fucking 45, 50 yarder.
Oh
And
yeah,
I was like, yeah,
The
Hurts-
Devontae Smith bomb. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly
I
looked
was
good.
like,
Slim Reaper, bud.
Hurts
Slim
got it.
Reaper, bud.
Philly looked good. They looked real good. I was, yeah. If you were a casual football fan and watching the game, you probably got a little bit bored with it. But
Yeah, because
to-
it was
to-
pretty
to-
one-sided.
but to
at the
see,
beginning of the game,
but when you
it was
watch
pretty
that and
one-sided.
you see that kind of shit hasn't happened all season, that
that's
kind of ass whooping or that kind of dominance on the defensive side of the ball,
If
it
I-
was impressive, man.
You know,
it was
very
people
impressive.
Speculate how much of that is what's the word I'm looking for? The refs having to do with it.
You know, going into that game, I
They
was
got
talking-
eliminated.
You know what I mean?
I was talking
Like,
to somebody before the game, and I said, because during the press week when they were interviewing guys for the
the
press,
sixth man of the year was the freaking
Yeah, but
white and black.
that
stripes,
there was so
you know?
they were interviewing Goodell about that leading up to Super Bowl, and there was so much attention on the refs. There was no way that they were going to have
Well,
an
there were
outcome.
so many
but
I mean,
that
look at
first
that-
play,
Yeah,
Hold on.
when it started out with that
the
first.
AJ Brown
yeah,
right at the gate, and you
right.
go,
Yeah.
when that happened, you go, "Fuck me."
Yeah,
Here it
yeah,
goes.
the first
Yeah.
thing I was like, here we
I
fucking go.
immediately, yes. I think everybody thought.
yeah, because AJ Brown gets open
You
on
can
4th
hear
down.
America going, bullshit.
Right,
And
yeah, absolutely.
Even though Sal Powell, the guy in the booth, the ref,
Yeah.
he's like,
I
"Man,
wouldn't
that
have
was
called
a little
that.
bit much."
Yeah,
I wouldn't have
a
called
little
that.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
immediately then you go, okay, so this is how the fucking Super Bowl's going to go.
Here we go.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's exactly what I thought. First
but
play, I'm like,
the Eagles
oh, fuck,
did so
here we
good,
go.
they just blew them out of the fucking water, and the refs had no chance to even
No.
fucking.
But that's what had to happen.
It
That's what
did.
happened.
Just
That's
like when the Bills beat them in regular season.
what- right.
Yeah.
That's what had to happen.
There was
for
no
them.
contest here. We
Right.
fucking outplayed you
Yep.
There's
today.
no way for you guys to predict the outcome of
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah.
We
If
are
it got
outperforming
close,
you.
if it was a close game,
Right.
we'd have been
And
talking about different
unfortunately-
fucking shit.
Unfortunately, that's what happened in the AFC Championship game with that call that Xavier Worthy catching that ball. That was not. A
There
catch,
was a
in my
lot of
opinion.
bad calls in that
You
game.
know,
There was a lot of
and-
bad calls in
and,
that game. But
you know, my opinion as a Bills fan because of you, Josh Allen, give me the music. Give me the MVP music. Real
Oh, yeah,
quick.
yeah.
He should have been in that Super Bowl.
against that defense, would he fare differently?
He
Who the hell
would've
knows,
lost.
man?
I mean,
Woo.
you know,
At least he would have been there.
right.
Yeah.
At least it wouldn't have been the Chiefs.
We would have watched him get mopped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, that defense.
the
was
Eagles
unreal.
brought it, man.
They
They
did.
did.
They
They
brought
did.
it. They deserved it. And you know the funny
Well-
thing is, they are the average age of that team is like 26 years old.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of them studs on defense are still have a couple years on their
got
contract.
Still
plenty of time
viable.
to
Yeah,
develop,
so, I mean,
plenty
they-
of time to develop.
Well, they got that DeJean, the rookie.
Yeah, he's a
I mean,
rookie.
yeah,
Sweat is. I think he needs. They got.
he's been there. He might be
couple
on a
years.
deal.
Yeah, but they've got. They're young.
I think Slay is going to retire
Yeah, probably so. But
because I think he said that
he was
in the
on
offseason.
He was there 2 years ago for the first Super Bowl.
He's
They were
been-
there, right?
yeah,
he's
he's
been
yeah, but he
playing
played
there
for the
for a
Lions
long
for
time.
years.
Yeah.
Slay's been around for a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, the average age of that team is only like 26 years old.
Yeah, well, that's almost the average age of fucking any NFL team.
Well, true, but
We're almost 50, and we're like,
that's
these
half
guys,
my
these
age.
guys are
goddammit.
kids.
Fucking youngins.
Fucking young,
but
you know,
but
pups.
they don't have a lot of big contracts that that are coming up. Jalen Carter, the stud defensive.
They're
I mean,
not in hell.
No, they've got strong players.
They're not
still
in
on-
shambles
still
trying
on
to figure it
deals.
out,
Yeah,
right.
so-
they can continue to
Mad props to Philly. That
right.
was awesome.
They can continue to repeat this if they just
Yeah,
keep up
for
the
a couple
grind,
years.
You know?
Yep. So
Next dynasty right there, the Eagles.
it very well could be
You know.
because Detroit, lost all them coordinators. We'll see what Dan Campbell can
I mean,
do. So.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
his whole freaking coaching staff got liquidated pretty
Yeah,
much, you
yeah.
know, and
They went to Waterbed Warehouse.
I really had high hopes for the Lions, man.
Oh,
I did
everybody-
too.
mean-
Washington smacked the fuck out of them.
Yeah, they did, you know, and
Sometimes that bye week is not what you want.
You
that
damn
is not-
Skippy.
you're
Yeah.
damn
Ask
Skippy.
the Colts.
Oh yeah.
They
We
couldn't
don't even
come
wanna
out of
talk
bye
about
weeks
that.
like that.
We don't want to talk
I'm just
about the
saying.
Colts. That's a disgrace. And I'm a hometowner.
Shitty quarterback of the year. Shittiest of the year.
Homer.
Damn championship shittiest quarterback.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey,
He gets the MVP
Yeah.
shitty.
Way to go, AR.
Way to go, AR.
Oh yeah. Hey, at least he
MVP
won that
shitty.
trophy.
MVP shitty. He
Yeah.
did get that trophy. Which was
Season
my favorite
worst.
segment of the series by far.
Oh, yeah?
I loved it.
Well,
It
Yegi,
was
hey,
great.
Yegi put in some work for.
He
He's
did.
got some
I'm
stuff
putting
for
a
us.
lot
so.
of work here.
Well, I'm
Break it-
excited because
break it
So we
down.
always
already
make me
know
laugh.
the Super Bowl was a washover.
It was.
And I will say, the coolest thing, did you guys look at the stats at the bottom of the screen with the scores?
The little
Yeah, the
tickers
crazy
there.
new squirrel looked like a 12-year-old made.
But it was so simple.
Uh-huh.
I liked it.
Did you
like it?
And me and Andy were texting each other. It's like, Jesus Christ, I don't have to look for anything.
It's
just
just right
all
there in the big old
fucking
box.
there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you watch a show and then some of the stuff's on the top right.
You got to
top
figure it all
left,
out. Yeah.
And then they're showing,
That was
watch
a-
the new
you got
Matlock
everything.
series
That was
on
a
the
great
bottom.
big old box with nothing fancy, just like
I was
like
totally
box
cool
letters.
with it.
It was like idiot-proof.
PHIKC.
That's
It's
the
super
first
easy.
thing that me and Andy
Yeah.
cued on. It
There's-
was like,
the-
we're old and this is cool.
Yeah.
He
Been-
said we
been a lot
honed
of
in
talk
right
about that.
there
Yeah.
and said,
I was
hey,
like,
I
show
like
me the
this.
timeouts. I see
Keep
the
this
flag.
going, right.
I see the time.
Yeah.
I see all that.
There's been a lot of
All
talk
the
about that for the
important
last 2 days.
information that I
Yeah.
want to know is
Yeah.
right here.
Literally right
And
there.
you
know
can
what
see
I
it very easily.
Very, very
Yeah,
clearly.
and there's no velociraptors for the new Jurassic Park chiming in, and now Michael's going, well, if you really like dinosaurs, check us out
Shut
at the
up, Al. Get
Masters.
out of here.
Oh,
Weird shit. Let's play. So, anybody else want to say anything else about the game? Anything you saw?
No, I think we covered the game real quick though, because part of the Super Bowl experience is commercials. Anything stand out for you guys on the commercial front?
I like the Bud Light super long cooler one.
The party
Honestly,
party
I
cul-de-sac.
did- Yeah, I really did. Honestly, I was so much going on. I was at a friend's house.
That's
and-
probably
and-
my
and
favorite
I
one,
didn't
Too many
get to see-
people,
Yeah.
loud.
Okay.
I didn't get to see a whole lot.
The
so.
Bud Light commercial was awesome. It's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
When-
What about the McConaughey?
Get off the boat,
Is that
man.
okay? Because you guys talked about it.
What
Was
about
it
which
good?
one?
Oh, that was
The
hilarious.
Bears commercial. McConaughey.
The
Uber
food,
Eats.
the food one.
They
Did
didn't even show that one though. I
Yes,
saw.
they did.
Did I-
yes,
did I miss
because
it?
Refrigerator Perry was standing in the hallway.
Then I must have
and
missed that
He
one.
was
I'll say,
dressed as
did it-
Dick.
did it
He's like,
stand up to the hype.
does my name have to be refrigerator? He's like, yes.
Absolutely.
Because of Uber Eats, they make
Yeah,
okay.
because of
so
food.
The Bud Light one, which was my favorite, Shane Gillis has got a lawnmower with a smoker on it. He's grilling. Him and Post Malone stand there, and the lady says, "Your lawnmower has a grill on it, or smokes meat?" He said, "No, my smoker mows the grass."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
spent all my money
Yeah,
on it.
and then,
right.
and then when the commercial's over, it cuts to Peyton Manning with the big old cooler, like
Yeah.
in the stadium, filling it with Bud Lights. I'm like,
Yep.
okay, that was it. That,
Got
that done
Manning
me.
in there.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got Manning
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
filling
Love
up that
love
same cooler.
Yeah,
as
the
ours
straight
with
big old
Bud Light
cooler.
Freaking great.
for the
Now-
winter.
I love it.
I've always loved the Budweiser commercials
I'm
with
a big
Clydesdale. So
Manning fan,
the,
as you can tell.
the little Clydesdale with the keg that fell off
Yes.
that rolled it all the way to the bar. That one kind of hits you in the feels a little bit, but
You know
The,
that.
the cancer one caught me in a field.
the cancer one.
Remember that little kid laying in the bed? Mama said, "Knock you
Oh
out."
yeah, I did like that
And he
one.
walked
Okay, yeah,
home and
yeah.
fucking.
Oh, he
all
did
that.
running down the street with his box.
LL
That was
Cool
pretty-
J. Mama
yeah.
said, "Knock
That-
you out."
Do you know what
That was a
LL
pretty
Cool
good
J
one.
stands for?
I do not.
Really?
I do not.
I'm going to give you $1 million bar trivia question.
Okay.
Ladies love Cool James.
Okay.
That's what it stands for.
Nice. Love
I've
it.
inbred that in my
Ladies
son,
love Cool
and I'm going to
James.
inbred that in your brain.
Yeah.
So you're going to be at a bar someday, like,
Fucking
what does
around.
LL Cool J stand for $1,500? Ladies love Cool James.
He's gonna
That's
hear.
exactly what
Put
it
it
is.
love
there,
it.
put it there, and keep it.
I'm gonna lock that in the Rolodex.
It's just stupid shit,
yes.
just like
Useless
5,280
information
miles.
that you might need to know.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sometime I hit you on a trivia or some
That's
shit.
right.
Yep.
Love
Or
like
you
some
just
good bar
pipe off.
trivia.
Pipe
A
off.
little bar
Little
party
bar
game.
trivia is good.
Yeah.
is
It's good
good.
for the spirit every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, keeps you alive.
That's
Keep
right.
you prep.
That's
Anything
right.
else
Keeps
you
you
guys
prepped
want
for
to
No,
talk
no,
about?
I'm good. I'm good. You give us what you got.
What
All
if
right.
you need to hit
Well,
Jim?
we're going to get into fun stats of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Let's go.
And then I have a certain special segment that I'd like to embark upon you boys.
Buddy, I'm ready. It's in the
So if you
season.
give me at least 5 or 10 minutes before we can get a cigarette in.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm all.
And
I'm
maybe
all
the
for
next
it.
commercial break.
I'm here
Hey,
for it. I'm
hey.
here for it.
I'm just so thrilled to be a part of the recap of your season, man. This is you
The
guys. have-
season, the Super Bowl.
Hey.
This is the end of season 1.
Right,
We're having a
that's what I mean.
celebration.
You guys have done a wonderful job. You've had me hooked all week. I've been texting, bro, like, hey, where the hell's the episodes? You know, I've loved it. I know Cuz has enjoyed it, Jeremy, you
Yeah.
know, and it's been fun, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to laugh here.
Hey, as long as you like it, because I know I'm having fun.
That's
We
right.
And I
love
know
this shit.
he's having
I
fun
fucking
over
love
there.
it. So,
Anyway,
What's your trademark?
stats for fun. So we've already talked about Dijon, the second player in NFL history to score a touchdown in the Super
Was
Bowl
amazing.
on his birthday.
Awesome. Awesome
Pretty cool
stat.
for a rookie.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pretty
rookie
fucking
at
cool.
that,
And his
right.
first career interception. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't beat that shit.
I didn't realize
Was
all
his-
that.
Oh, it
I
was
didn't
first,
realize
no,
that.
it was his first career interception.
For a
In
pick
the Super
six.
Bowl.
Yeah,
yes.
he's a rookie. Didn't have a pick all year. His very first pick was for a pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
All right.
Against
nice.
Mahomes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Go.
against Mahomes.
You know what I mean?
on his 22nd birthday.
Right,
There's
on
more
his
stuff that's
birthday.
gonna
That's
come into
awesome.
that.
That's great.
So players with a birthday on Super Bowl Sunday are 11-4.
Wow.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's a nice stat.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl rematch against the team that he lost to in a Super Bowl.
First quarterback, you said?
Very first.
To win a
Wow.
Super Bowl rematch.
Right.
So
That's
they lost to the
interesting.
Chiefs
2 years ago.
2 years
Yep.
ago,
He
he
is
lost.
the first
yes.
one.
Fun fact. I love fun
That
facts.
is awesome. That is a
Yeah.
good
I love
fun
fun
fact.
facts.
I do like that.
Jalen Hurts is also the first player to lead in passing and rush yards in 2 Super Bowls.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Nice,
shit. Yeah,
nice.
that's what he said. He'd have been the MVP if they won the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly.
But he didn't
that
win.
Sounds
Yeah.
fitting.
So
He got
2
robbed.
Super Bowls he's led in rushing and passing.
Yeah.
Go on, Jalen Hurts. That's why he was in Disney World yesterday.
Well, Disney
He was.
World's
You
kinda
seen him in-
cool.
you seen him in the hallway,
you
laying
guys
in the
like
hallway.
Disney
Well, shit,
World.
yeah.
You like
Trophy.
that. Give me a turkey leg.
Hell yeah.
God damn it, motherfucker.
You just won a Super Bowl. What are you doing? I'm going to Disney World. Fuck yeah, I'd be going too.
Disneyland.
I love Disney.
Either way, Eagles' best season ever with 18 wins.
Yep.
And they got
Oh,
the bowl out of it.
yep.
They had
So add
less
the
wins when
postseason.
they beat the
Yeah.
Patriots and
Add-
got the first bowl.
Add the postseason and the extra games. That's the first to do it.
Add all the
Absolutely.
peanut butter on
First
the
to do
sauce
with the
and
most
toast.
wins, you
Yep.
said?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Their best season.
Theirs,
The
theirs.
Eagles' best
Yeah.
team.
18
season.
wins and a Super Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, 18
okay.
wins Super Bowl.
Nice.
Counting
Right.
counting postseason.
Beautiful.
Saquon Barkley is the third running back.
Running
Running
Brock.
Running back.
Were you about to say
to
running
win-
black?
I was in the middle
Were
of
you
a
saying,
burp
were
when
you
I
going
was
to say running
talking.
black?
No.
Okay, I just asking.
Why you gotta be racist?
I'm not racist. I'm just asking a question.
Hey, tell you, man.
Saquon.
Get it.
Oh, Saquon.
Oh,
You see,
Saquon.
Barkley
It's my team
is the
name.
third
Yeah.
running back to win rushing title and the Super Bowl in the same year. So
And-
there's 2 other
And
guys.
do a freaking reverse hurdle over somebody.
Well, he's
Well,
the first to
that's
ever do
just
that.
a single badass play.
Well, that's what I just want to add that into the
Oh,
other
we already
stats
talked
that he
Wait,
got.
I want
yeah.
to hear the rest of this stat, but because you just brought that up, did you see the commercial for the flag football girls?
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay,
see
there was
that one.
there was a commercial for NFL promoting girls. The one with Pat McAfee as the principal. Did you see that? Pat McAfee in the fat suit with the bald hair.
No.
You didn't. Okay.
Oh, I gotta go
The
find it.
NFL had a commercial promoting
With Mac.
during the game.
during the game. They were
I
promoting.
must have been pissing or something.
It was promoting girls flag football, making it a varsity sport in high schools.
Okay.
So the NFL is
That's
promoting
cool,
it,
though.
which
That's
is yeah,
cool.
it's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
They're
So-
trying to start a flag
Yes,
football league.
yes, they are,
Yeah.
and there's quite a few schools that are doing it, but they're trying to. The NFL's promoting it, so Pat McAfee's in a fat suit with bald hair and dancing around in his office as the principal of the school. It's a great commercial.
I
I
can
forgot
imagine.
about that one.
That's
and then the
awesome.
girl that they're showing, all the moves and stuff, does with her flag the reverse Saquon hurdle
Nice.
in the ad. It was brilliant. So sorry,
I
you
didn't,
go on.
I
Yeah.
didn't see that.
But Pat McAfee's the fat president. It's fucking hilarious.
That's great. We love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Barkley, third running back to win a rushing title and a Super Bowl in the same year. There's 2 others. Name them.
Rushing title and Super
And a
Bowl.
Super Bowl in the same year.
Is Emmitt Smith one of them?
Bing, bing, bing. He got one of them.
Yes.
Oh, nice. I had to think old because I'm young here and I'm just remembering old legends here. So Emmitt Smith.
OJ never won a Super Bowl with Buffalo.
Let's see. What about
Walter Payton, the '85 Bears.
No.
Dickerson? Eric Dickerson? Was he running back?
No.
No.
He was running back, but he didn't win a Super Bowl.
I'll give you one more guess.
Rushing title
And
Super Bowl.
same year.
Trying to think.
Sanders was a wide receiver.
You want a hint?
Yes.
He suffered from migraines. Had one in the middle of the game.
Oh, see, that was before my time. I had
He
no
ran
idea.
blind
Ran
for a
blind.
touchdown.
That's incredible, but I have no idea. I am
We
completely
said
stumped.
only thing I think is Percy Harvin, the receiver for the
No.
Vikings.
A guy that was drafted by the Colts handed him the ball. He couldn't see shit and ran it in for a touchdown.
Shit.
I don't have. I'm lost because Eric Dickerson did he play for
Marshall
the Colts?
Falk.
Terrell Davis.
Wasn't drafted by the Colts, was he?
John Elway was. I said he handed the ball off.
Oh, Terrell Davis.
Remember
Broncos.
Terrell
Yeah,
Davis
he
had
did.
the migraines?
He did, yes.
He said I
I
played
remember
that
that.
whole second half.
Yep.
That was the helicopter game.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep, I remember that now.
and he got hit in the head, and it triggered
Yeah.
a migraine, and he couldn't see the
Yep.
whole second half of
Yep,
the game.
I do remember that now. Shit.
Yep.
Wow.
There it is. I think it was 98.
Yeah.
90,
I was
something
about
like
to
that.
ask you.
Emmett Smith, Terrell Davis. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Another
that's cool. I'm glad I got one right though.
Mahomes' first pick six in playoff career.
Was
21 games.
21 playoff games first.
21
pick six.
playoff games, and Dijon.
Cooper DeJean, a
Let's
rookie.
go Rook, bro.
Yep.
Let's go Rook. I hope he kept that ball and
Oh, you
freaking
guarantee he
the
did.
whole team
Oh, yeah.
autographed it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
That's an awesome milestone.
Here's a little fucked up thing. Brady was present for both Chiefs' losses in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One as a quarterback, one as an announcer.
I was about to say he got one of them.
And was present for Eagles wins in both Super Bowls. One
Against
as a
Nick Foles.
Yep.
In
And
the
Nick
Philly special.
Foles.
So, what, Brady lost to them?
Yeah.
Yes, he
The
lost
Philly
to the
special.
Eagles,
Oh wow.
and he watched the Eagles win in both games. Once in the booth, once on the
That's
field.
awesome.
Tom Brady's
That is
neck.
Nick
awesome.
Foles tweeted out, "Tom Brady's a fucking luck piece
That's great.
for the Eagles."
Yes,
That
because
is
they
fucking
played him.
great.
The Eagles won one, beating him.
They
and
beat
then
him once, and then they win with him in the booth. That's
Tom
fucking
Brady's
awesome.
still breaking records.
Still a legend. Still the GOAT.
Still making
GOAT in the
records.
game.
He's still the GOAT.
He's still a go.
What has he got? Six,
Either-
seven?
Seven.
Seven-time
Yeah,
champion, bro. Yeah. Give
So
it-
we're all worried about the three-peat, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the Chiefs didn't get a three-peat.
They
No,
did
sir.
not. They did not. That Taylor Swift. And all
Eagles
them-
offensive
get
lineman
outta here.
Darnell Kennard became the second player in history with a three-peat. He was on the Chiefs for the last 2 years. They cut him. He went to the Eagles
Nice.
as an offensive
Get the fuck
lineman.
out of here.
Kennard,
He got a three.
Let's
He got
go,
a
Kennard.
three-peat.
One other person.
he's the second. It didn't say who the other first person was,
Oh, nice.
but
Wow.
he got a
I like that.
three-peat.
So
That's
Kennard. The Eagles. The Chiefs didn't get one, but
The
he got
Chiefs
one.
did.
Yeah,
get a
all
he
right.
was 2 years with the Chiefs,
And-
went to the Eagles,
Got him a
Got his
three.
got the
three-peat.
three-peat.
Got his
That's
a
awesome.
three-peat.
natural hat trick.
That's right. Natural hat trick. I like it.
That's good shit.
What an amazing fun fact right
Yeah,
there. That is
yeah.
cool. And you said that was who?
Something
Darnell
Kennard.
Daniel Kennard,
Daniel Kennard, offensive
Offensive
line.
lineman.
Darian Kennard.
Darian
Kennard.
Kennard. Wow.
Did you see that stat about the size of the offensive line when they did after the tush push? They said the average was like 6'5" and 360 pounds on that
Yikes.
offensive line for Philly.
Oh yeah, and as soon as those guys
And,
retired,
and
they
Chris
fucking-
Jones, who's one of the baddest defensive linemen in the league, was on the sideline after the tush push with the
he
trainer.
fucked his neck
yeah,
up.
like rubbing his neck. He's like,
Well, yeah, I bet that's pretty brutal if you
Yeah.
think about
That
it.
tush
You look-
push is a horrible
Yeah,
play.
you know what I mean.
I mean, it
the
works.
center, you know.
yeah, you just dive down and take on everything in the
And
world.
I'm just listening to what Jason Kelsey had said pregame or
Yeah.
something, you know, talking about it on the mothership at one time. You're like, dude, that's got to take some wear and tear.
Oh, yeah.
you know
He
what I
said
mean?
the
Like,
mothership.
yeah, hell yeah.
Well, you know, I listen. I'm an
I think
avid
somebody
listener.
understands what we're talking
Hey,
about.
picking up what we're putting down, yeah.
I'm
He's
mopping
picking up
up
what
what
we're
you're
putting down.
spilling, all right? I'm mopping up what you're spilling here, okay? I'm
Life's
hip-
the guard, man. You dig?
I'm hip with the lingo, okay?
Hell yeah.
I'm a fan of the freaking
Wrong call, baby.
That's right. What do you always say, Dave? You made the right call. I made the wrong call.
Hey.
That's the outro. Don't fuck
I
it
know,
up.
Yeah.
I know, but I just love it. I
Hey,
love it. That's part
Thanks
of
for
the.
making the right call and listening to the wrong call.
That's right. See, I love that.
You're
I
fucking
love
up the outro, bro.
I don't give a shit. We're mid. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm a fan. here.
I'm glad you guys are doing
Fan
that.
here. I'm a fan.
You guys ready for the worst quarterbacks in NFL Super Bowl history?
Yeah!
You guys want to throw down?
Hell yeah.
You want to hear some stats?
Let's go.
All right.
We love them.
These are
Shittiest
the
quarterbacks in
NFL Super Bowl history.
History.
All right. Now, there's going to be a couple names here. You're going to follow me on this.
Okay.
I've done a lot of fucking research
Dude,
on
he was
it.
over here getting hand cramps earlier while we were doing
Yeah.
that research. Yeah.
love
Pay
it.
attention. Pay attention to the names. Pay attention to the numbers. Follow along, class.
Okay.
That's right.
All
We're
right.
here.
Then after we're done, we're going to call her and pet kittens.
Let's go.
There's no numbers here. I can't give numbers, but there's
But we can-
categories.
okay.
I'm going to give categories.
Let's
Okay.
go.
We're doing the worst quarterback play in
Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl
history.
history.
Right.
Most interceptions. Number 1, Rich Gannon, the Cannon, with the Raiders against the fucking Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Let's go.
Was that the year that Bucks got the win with Tony Dungy's team with
Yes.
Chucky?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Mr.
interceptions do you think he got?
4.
5.
Damn.
He threw 2 pick sixes in the last 87 seconds of the game.
He pulled a Jameis Winston. Please,
They
don't.
had it.
Hey,
They had it. It was tied.
Please don't let me throw more interceptions.
Please, dear Lord. What do you say?
Don't please
deliver
Lord,
me from
deliver
pick
me from
sixes.
pick sixes. And by the way, Jameis Winston won the Super Bowl without even playing the game.
Yes.
If you watch his videos, you need to look him up because he's awesome.
He was amazing during media week at
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
he was
All his
Jameis-
interviews and shit.
Jameis Winston as a person is a wonderful human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Great
think
dude.
he's hilarious.
I
Great
love
guy,
him. I
great
love
guy,
him.
great guy.
But
Love
either
him.
way, within the last 80 seconds of that game, the game was 24-31 Tampa Raiders. And Rich Gannon, the Cannon, said,
Big
I'm going to
six.
spot you 14 points.
Watch this. Hold my
Yeah.
beer
Come
and
here.
watch this.
And it ended up really bad for them.
Rip it.
But there's 4
He
quarterbacks.
didn't get the Cannon nickname for no reason. ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
he won MVP that year, I
Okay,
believe.
see, I'm just talking out of my ass. I don't even know this
Yeah,
before my time.
well, close your ass. We're going
Yeah.
to listen some more.
He got shit to talk
There's
about.
4 quarterbacks all tied up with the most interceptions in a Super Bowl game.
4?
5 was leading. So in second place, there's 4 quarterbacks
That have 4 then.
that have
That
4.
have 4 interceptions in the Super Bowl.
Anybody want to guess what they are?
Troy Aikman? No.
No.
I'm just talking shit.
Jim Kelly.
You got it. Super Bowl 26.
I would.
Damn.
Buffalo lost 4 in a row.
Damn it.
Jim Kelly.
I wasn't
Super
gonna
Bowl
say it.
26. That's 1 off the list. You
Yeah.
got 3 more.
Trying to think about the Super Bowl's losses. So you got Jim Kelly.
Who, what about...
Keep in mind, a lot of these guys won Super Bowls by being terrible. Trent Dilfer.
Yes. Brad Johnson.
Yes. But they're not on this list. So I'm just saying you can really suck and win hardware.
Yeah, yeah.
Running hard.
If you got a great defense.
Yeah, but you hit Jim Kelly.
But Jim Kelly's the only one that comes top of my head that I can think of
I
that
have no
would
idea.
stick.
I have
No
no
guess?
idea. I'm totally
All
at a
right.
blank here.
Kerry Collins in Super Bowl 35 against the Ravens.
He was with the Panthers then, right?
Nope.
No,
Giants.
Giants. Okay.
Drew Bledsoe,
Oh.
Super Bowl 31 against the fucking Packers.
New England, right?
Against 5?
He was
He was
yeah,
New England.
that was when
Against
Favre,
Favre?
Yeah.
Favre won his fucking Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Okay.
And
I vaguely remember. I remember the name Dilford.
Yeah.
See, you know.
yeah. But remember this name. Really close. Craig Morton
Craig
Craig
Morton.
in Super Bowl 12.
Craig Morton, Super Bowl. Who
Super
was
Bowl
Super Bowl 12, dude?
He was for the Denver Broncos
Okay.
before Elway.
Okay. Super Bowl
Just
12.
remember this name.
Super Bowl
Craig
12,
Morton.
I was a
I'm,
twinkle in
I'm
the eye.
weaving a story.
Okay.
at
Craig
the
Morton.
whole-
Keep that guy in
He's
your mind. 'cause
setting
he's
up
gonna
the
come back
Yeah.
around.
Craig Morgan.
Okay. Morton.
All right.
Morton.
Fewest completions in Super Bowl history. Tony Eason, Patriots against the 85 Bears in Super Bowl 20. 6 passes, no yards, sacks 3 times, lost a fumble, but his QBR is still 39.6. Remember the QBR.
Okay. This guy couldn't have
This is
started.
a
This
lot.
guy,
I'm
Hey,
weaving a
this is
story,
a lot.
bro.
Yeah, you
I'm
are- hey.
weaving a story.
shitty
We got-
quarterbacks in QB in Super Bowl history. This guy couldn't have started the fucking game. Not 6 attempts in a Super Bowl game.
He did. He did start the game.
He was the only quarterback that played that game.
He was pulled for Steve Grogan.
Okay.
And the Patriots still lost 46-10 against those vaunted 85 Bears.
The,
80,
The Bears.
the Bears.
The Bears.
Keep in
Hey.
mind,
Hey, Richard Dent, Mike Singletary,
Ron Rivera,
Mongo McMichael that became a wrestler.
Refrigerator Perry,
Yeah.
Walter Payton.
Oh yeah, that was the
All of
85
them.
Bears.
All of
Joe McMahon with his one
All
eye.
the legends. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keep in mind, this guy 6 passes, no yards, sacked 3 times, lost a fumble, but still has a 39.6 QBR. All right,
Okay.
I'm telling a story. You guys have to listen.
Oh no, I'm here
So
for
it
it.
comes
I'm
back
here.
to
I'm locked in.
Craig Morton and Tony Eason. All right,
Craig
I'm
and
gonna-
Tony
I'm
here.
going. I'm going to turn the page.
Like I said, Dave was putting in work down
I
there.
crafted this motherfucker.
I'm with it.
Now, benched quarterbacks in the Super Bowl.
Bench
These
quarterback.
are motherfuckers that got benched.
That got started and then said, "Hey, you're not doing
Yep.
too well. Let's have a seat."
Earl Morale.
Yep,
Morrill,
Yep.
Earl.
Me and him don't see eye to eye.
Johnny Unitas
Johnny, you?
Johnny, you
was, don't get too excited,
he was benched.
was his backup for the year the Colts went to the Super Bowl against the fucking Joe Namath
Joe Namath. Yeah.
guaranteed.
Were they the Baltimore
Sup-
Colts?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's before
Against
mine.
the guaranteed.
Yeah, Joe Namath
Gonna get
guaranteed
this win.
Yeah, guaranteed
Yes.
the Super Bowl.
So benched quarterbacks.
So they bench this guy.
Johnny
Johnny
Unitas
was a backup.
was old enough and on the backup, and this guy turned in. Earl Morale turned in an MVP season
Wow.
and gets benched for Johnny U.
in Super Bowl III.
Super Bowl
Wow.
3. Yeah,
Super Bowl
Joe
III.
Namath.
Johnny Unitas was on the bench.
On the bench.
Was hanging
This
out.
guy gets pulled. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is benched quarterback section. Earl Morale went 6 for 17, 71 yards, 3 interceptions, and then United still got in, and Joe Namath guaranteed
Got his
the
win.
fucking win
Yeah.
Yeah.
against a fucking legend.
Against Johnny U.
But the starting quarterback that got an MVP,
that year.
Josh Allen,
That's right.
and still dug him a hole that lost the fucking game.
To Joe Namath because he guaranteed it.
Yep. Honorable mentions on other quarterbacks that got pulled. Craig Morton.
We already talked about this guy.
That's the dude. That's that guy.
That's everybody's dude right now.
That's the fella.
That's the fella.
John Elway
Okay.
got pulled in his first Super Bowl. See a Denver thing going on here?
There is.
There's a little trend
Yep.
here. I see a little trend action.
And who was John Elway pulled for?
Mr.
Burline.
Mr. Moore.
This is old.
Mr.
He
Moore.
was a coach. Had a stroke on the sideline.
Oh, I know this. I know this.
I know you know this.
I'm not even going to try to act like
No,
that.
He got
it's
pulled
way before you.
He
Yeah,
got
yeah, I
pulled
can
for
clearly
one
tell.
play, and Denver was already down 59-3 against the New York fucking Giants.
the New York Football Giants.
Oh, dude, you got to tell me it's going to freak me out.
Kubiak.
Gary Kubiak. That's right. He was his backup.
He played one play. He played one play.
Gary Kubiak. Yeah. Damn
Yep.
it. He ended up
Dang.
being a Denver coach for years. Yeah.
Wow.
And he got his claim to fame by being Elway's backup.
Had a
Interesting.
and had a stroke on the
Interesting.
sideline
Nice,
when he
nice.
was a coach for the Texans. I
Yeah.
think it was.
Jason Garrett, coach for Cowboys for all them years. Troy
He was a
Aikman's backup for years.
He was Troy Aikman's backup.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Fact.
Interesting. Fun facts. I like that.
All right, Super Bowl championship. You guys ready for the worst, shittiest quarterback in Super Bowl motherfucking history? Well, we all know his name. If I've been telling you the story right,
This Morton fella.
it's Craig motherfucking Morton.
That's who it is.
Final stat line: 4 for 15, 39 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Good.
Way to go,
Lord.
Mr. Morton.
Yeah.
You are the.
He threw. You said he threw 13 passes.
Completed 4.
No,
He could-
15.
Oh, 15. 4 of them
He
was
threw
interceptions.
19. Only
Okay.
got 4 of them.
So he threw 19. 4 of them was complete, and 4 of them was interceptions. And he made the shittiest
Quarterback of Super Bowl history.
history.
And he ended with a QBR. I have to think about this.
He said, "Hold on, I gotta pause."
That's
for a
the
second."
end of season 1. I'm so verklempt. He ended with a QBR of 0.0.
Attaboy,
The
Mr. Morton.
worst
Didn't even register.
Of all time.
of all time.
Ever.
he couldn't
None
even,
to me.
couldn't even
Because
register.
remember that other guy went 39 point.
Yeah, yeah.
Eason.
Yeah.
I told myself to flip back.
This poor Morton fella didn't even register.
Yeah,
on the
Tony
QBR.
Eason was second worst, ended with 39.6 QBR.
There you go.
Wow.
Craig Morton was mentioned every goddamn time.
He was
said-
all
he
over.
said
it.
zero
Wait, wait, wait. He said,
point
I'm,
watch
I'm,
this
zero.
I'm setting up something
He
for you
said,
here.
"Listen to this fella right here.
Yep.
Make sure you mop this up."
Yeah, but on the ending note, that Craig
Poor
Morton,
guy.
Denver
Poor-
quarterback,
yeah,
was
yeah.
one of the worst quarterbacks we've ever seen in the Super Bowl. But Mahomes this year went for 95.4 QBR.
Okay.
Had
And
a
he had,
bad game.
he had a pretty
He did
shitty
have a- but
performance.
what was his
Yeah, but
overall
a
stat?
lot of
line?
that QBR probably came up in them couple bombs at the end of the game in the fourth quarter when the
Yeah,
game
junk
completely
time.
out of
Junk
hand.
time.
The
Yeah. Junk time.
desperation.
I mean, the
that
big,
game was not
hey,
close.
The bomb to Xavier Worthy was impressive. It was the game
Yeah, it
too
was
far
just-
red.
the game was out.
Yeah.
it was at that point. It was just
Yeah.
too late.
They're
It was
just
too
trying to
far
punch
gone.
the
They were
ticket
just-
and
yeah,
move on.
yeah, right.
They wanted to spill the Gatorade.
Yeah.
But in his first loss against Tom Brady, 42.2 was Mahomes.
The one that
That's
Tampa
when
Bay
Tampa
whooped their ass.
came. He
So keep in mind, Brady has been present for both of these Phillies wins
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
as a
Kansas
player
City's
in the
losses.
booth. And
Kansas City's losses, player in the
Kansas
booth.
lost. Yeah,
That's pretty awesome. That's
Brady
pretty cool.
is the fucking denominator on that.
Brady's
is
the
a
GOAT.
genius. I
Yeah,
had to
but
say.
Craig Morton sucks. Everybody
Horrible.
give it up
Horrible.
for Craig
Way to
Morton.
go, Craig.
Hey, look, go.
You are the worst quarterback in Super Bowl history.
History of all time. Of all time.
All right, we're gonna take a break.
And
I
then
feel
wrap
like
up
a cigarette, and we're gonna wrap this bitch up.
closing statements and closing season, and boy, what a good year. We'll be right back.
It's sad.
It is. We're wrapping up our NFL season,
It is a little depressing.
the first full season of the Wrong Call Sports
the
Show.
inaugural. The inaugural.
Inaugural, yeah.
The
Yeah,
inaugural.
that's-
This is the inaugural.
Titanic
wrong
went through
call.
one of those,
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
yes.
This is our rookie season. You know,
It is.
it is. We're trying to earn a new contract. You know,
Hey,
we're still working a rookie deal.
That's right. I'm blessed to be a part of this last closing deal. I've been a fanboy, as you call it. You
Yeah.
know, watching and listening.
Yeah, for sure. You've been
you
a
know,
fanboy.
Jake's been our biggest fan.
And I'm
he
glad.
loves it.
I
I'm
love
glad.
it. I thoroughly enjoy it, and I really hope that it continues to grow, and you guys continue to grow this thing and build it into something great, and you guys grow more fans next year. I know you guys are going to improve in this offseason.
we're-
It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to the future.
The Wrong Call
gonna be a good
Sportscast
time.
is not going away.
That's
We
right.
are obviously we can call this season one, and then everything going forward will just be
Fun and
an extra little fun sports talk week here or there. It may go every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. We don't know. Once NFL season kicks off next year, we will be back in full force. But
Yep.
we're not leaving.
Absolutely.
We are
That's
not
right.
done.
That's right. That's right.
We are not finished.
You've always dreamed of something like this, and so this is a nice opportunity and platform for you to do that.
It's
and so,
it's been an
and you
absolute,
and Dave do a wonderful job. You guys vibe great and clown and have a good
We're
time
wonderful.
and laugh.
Really wonderful.
we are wonderful.
You're one.
It's been an absolute
Wonderful,
freaking
wonderful, beautiful.
dream.
It's fun.
It's been fun as hell. It's everything I wanted to do was talk sports for years and years and years. Dave offered the platform, and we were drunk and said, "Let's do it." And he said, "Fucking A, let's go," and we did it. And I think we've done pretty damn well at it. Dave, what do you think?
I agree with you, man. I think we're hitting fucking buttons
Yeah.
all
Right.
day long.
Yeah, we
And it's not literally hitting buttons.
we have buttons.
I watch a lot of sports talk, and I think we're really hitting the
You're
common
hitting
denominator
you're hitting
of
key notes and a key topics.
the
to talk
bullshit.
about. Right.
We're
Yep.
filtering through the bullshit,
Yes,
and we're
yes.
actually talking through.
That's right.
We could sit here and be like Stephen A. Smith and talk about the Cowboys from March to fucking September, and there's no reason to do
They're
that.
going to win this year.
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
Watch
but either
out.
way, I'm proud that we fucking
Conquered.
hit
Yep.
the stories.
Yep.
Yep.
I like hitting the stories and appreciating all these sports guys that are making milestones, and I enjoy that as a fan. So that makes it even more fun for me.
Right.
It's a great outlet for
It
us
makes
to talk about
it makes it enjoyable for listeners as well.
It should.
You know,
I think it should.
You know, as a guest, you know, I'm typically a listener. You know, like you said, it makes it enjoyable for us. So
Well, you saw how we do this stuff.
It
so
is. It's
I
not-
want it to be fluid.
and now seeing it from this perspective, seeing all that goes into it, it's pretty cool and interesting to see all the behind the scenes. You know, there's a lot that goes behind the scenes that people don't understand, and so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
fun.
that's
It's
a
cool,
fact.
man. It's cool. I like it.
Dave and I do it for our own entertainment.
Yep.
Exactly.
For one,
Exactly.
we do, and we don't.
If I don't entertain us
yeah.
or you entertain, then it doesn't
no
matter.
fun.
It
Right,
doesn't
right,
matter.
right.
We did this for us to do for a creative outlet,
A project.
a project, a creative outlet that we could
goal or something you could say,
yeah.
you know?
we could learn the
I always needed a project.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something
but-
to keep you busy.
we could learn the studio stuff that we have. Primarily, you know, the idea was for music, but this came about, and I've loved every second of it.
Hey, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
It's beautiful that you all brought that together. You know?
I think everybody who has listened to us and is a fan and follows us and keeps up with us, but again, like I said, this is we will call it the end of season one, but we will still be doing some shows. We still got March Madness, which is my absolute favorite
That's
freaking
right.
time of
That's
all
where you
sports.
slap ass
I mean,
and
Just
smoke meat.
still celebrate season one, though.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
The NFL season is over. Season one of Wrong Call is over.
Yeah.
But there's still going to be Wrong Call episodes,
Yep.
and season two won't officially kick off till NFL next year. But there will be one it just
now
made,
we're getting into spring ball and
Yeah.
whatever,
Hey,
whatever
the-
you want to
all
call
the
it.
extras,
the
all the
UFL is
fun.
coming in March. So I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody's interested,
If you really want
Maybe
to,
I'll watch it.
maybe,
I'm not.
maybe.
if you really want to,
No
Dave,
promises.
Dave, didn't you had mentioned something about some getting kicked in the nuts or something competition?
Oh,
a few
the-
weeks back?
Oh, the ultimate dick kicking
Yeah,
challenge.
yeah. If you really got
UD.
bored, you can go ahead and watch somebody get kicked in the nuts.
Also,
you
dick
know?
kicking,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
It's
remember.
That
kinda
stuff's
like
out
the
there, too.
slap fight.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That shit's crazy.
We got bare knuckle boxing and shit going on.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
I don't know.
opportunities are-
Hey, whatever happened to the lingerie football league?
I don't know.
Dude, it was awesome for a minute. I used to love the highlights.
I loved it in high school.
Yeah, I mean, girls in their skibbies hitting each other. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
freaking cool. So, I mean, I don't know what happened to it.
Touching each other.
No, they were tackling each other.
I liked it when they lay down and kissed each other.
Well, yeah, easy.
Hey,
That's a video that's on a website that's not available in Indiana.
Wrong.
anymore.
Maybe
Paul's
I
not ready
took
for
it
that.
too far
Wrong
because
Paul's not
now
ready for that.
Pornhub's not allowed in Indiana right
It's a
now.
little PG. We're
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
PG.
So, like I said, we're not leaving. The episodes are going to be a little bit more sporadic now. Like I said, 2-3 weeks. We don't know. We'll figure it out on the fly. But
Kind of play it by ear,
yeah,
you know.
season 1 is
you guys
over.
still got some learning to do, and with some new
Buddy,
equipment.
we're
and
not quitting. I
hey,
enjoy
we're
this too
excited.
much to stop.
Like I said, as a listener, man,
So,
we're excited.
We got that commercial, motherfucker.
We did get a cover. We got the first ad for you guys tonight, which you will hear when you listen to the show. It's freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot more of those things
Our
right. So
production value is stepping up.
it's going up. It's
Hey,
going up.
Winterhawks, if you want to invest in Winterhawk Studios, feel
Send a
free
check.
to look out to
Yeah.
look for Dave or Josh's socials.
Yeah, send us a message.
look for
We'll give you the
Venmo on
address.
there.
You can
Yeah,
send a
You
check.
can send a check.
Yeah.
Send a check.
You can send a check. You get in on the ground level. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Get in on the ground level. We need investors. We can make the shit happen.
Hey,
Just
what we
hit
like
the
to call it-
socials and fucking hit it up, man.
Yeah.
Fire it up.
We like to tell them CTC, cut the check, bud.
Cut the check. Cut the check.
We'll make tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars. Hey, if we buy my one mic or one mic cord, I'm happy, bro.
Hey, as long as Dave can get a case of Miller Lite, he's happy.
That's right.
Hey,
That's right.
hey,
So,
that's called production juice.
Dave,
That's do it fluid. Was what we like to call
do
it.
it fluid.
That's what we like to
Do
call
it
it. And the
fluid.
younger, I'm a little younger than you, so
That's
we
a
call
little
it,
bit of NASCAR right there.
That's
dude.
right.
it
That's,
fluid.
that's what we call do it fluid.
I like
You
do
know
it
what I mean?
fluid.
yeah,
That's
now
good.
goes. It's a one word. Do it fluid.
Yeah. You gotta let it all flow off the tongue. You know what I mean? It's all one syllable. Do it fluid. You know what I mean? Yes, I love it. Man.
Hey,
I'm excited.
Jake, thanks
What a
for
great
coming
time.
in
Hey,
for the
thanks
last episode of the
yes.
season.
It's been
Appreciate
fun.
it.
I've had
I'm
a
glad.
good
Hey,
time.
I love the fact that you're a big fucking fan. It's badass.
It
My little
is
brother,
great.
he digs it.
Right.
He enjoys it.
Jake, I've always loved you.
I
You've
love
known
you too,
that.
bro.
You've done that
Absolutely.
forever.
Absolutely.
Every time I see you, I get so excited.
Absolutely. This is dating back to the mancation days.
Yeah,
These
it's
people
just-
don't know
I
anything
just,
about that.
I always love hanging out with you.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. The feeling is mutual. I'm honored to be here, and like I said, it's been fun as a listener. I've really enjoyed what you guys have done, watching you guys grow and getting new microphones, soundboards, and just evolving. You know, it's been fun. I'm excited to see the video. I know you guys.
We want the video.
That's a plan, you know,
Yeah.
to get
That's
some
why we
video
have to
going.
take the breaks
Right,
to learn that
right,
shit.
Yeah.
exactly, and that's what this off season's for. That's what this
It is
meant
the
about.
off season. It's
Yeah.
the off
It is
season,
the
baby.
Hey, this is where you hit the
Andy
trade
Reid's going to
deadline.
the same off season.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
that's right.
You know,
Hey,
you got to pick up free agencies.
We
you
got to
know.
figure out what our salary cap's, what's available
Yeah,
to us.
no
you know?
shit.
You know,
If we hire this fucker again,
hey, bring
how
me
much?
in.
How much we got to spend? You know, this
Yeah.
off season.
I'm free for
28
the time
bucks.
being, bud. Like, hey, like I told him in the break, man. I wish I could be here every time. I've had a blast, man. It's been fun. I look forward to seeing what y'all keep doing, man.
Right on.
It's
Well,
been
hey,
a blast.
we're about to sign off on season 1 of
Yep.
the Wrong Call
It's the end of
Sportscast.
season
What
one.
episode? Hold on, episode 23. This would be 23.
Episode 23.
So season 1.
Season 1, 23
episode
episodes.
23.
that's a full NFL
That's
season.
a
Full NFL season, baby.
Full freaking. Let's
From
go.
the shittiest team to the
Somebody
winniest
say
team.
Playoffs. We even got through playoffs.
Oh,
Somebody
Jim.
talked about.
Playoffs.
Jim's still here. Jim's back.
The guy's
I
never
mean,
going to leave.
I mean,
Never gonna
what
leave.
about? Hold on. We gotta get one more, man. The top dog. He won it all.
Oh, Mr. MVP?
Mr.
You just want to
MVP.
hear the sound effect. That's my guy.
That's you've talked about it since day one. All
Josh
season long.
motherfucking Allen.
Season 3, he was talking about it. Episode technically would be season 4 or episode 4, but it was 3 because
Still
double
season
up.
one.
Yeah,
Season
one.
one.
Calm down.
Season 1.
Calm your
Hey,
tits.
little big bro has been on Josh Allen saying, "Hey, this dude is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be the guy," and here it
He
is.
was. He got his MVP. But you know what? He didn't progress himself to that AFC Championship game in the
It's
Super
a-
Bowl, but
You
we
know,
was- hey.
we're not going to get into
There's
that.
always a
because
new
there could
year,
have been
new season.
I mean, you get
What
official.
will
Woulda, shoulda,
coulda.
coulda.
What will come? What
Hey,
will come?
almost only counts in hand grenades, horseshoes, and getting a big lady in the ass. So,
Well, you
almost
went a
don't
little
count.
overboard on that one.
Hey, you know,
I'm not sure where
I'm
you
signing
live.
out.
All right.
I'm from Greenwood. I can't do the math. Let's go.
All right.
Wrong call. Thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Thanks, everybody. We greatly appreciate it. Mr. Dave Yegi,
Yes, sir.
you kicked ass.
Hey, buddy. You kicked ass this whole season.
Jake, appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Hey,
You
thank
better
you,
leave-
for
you
having
better-
me. Thanks for having me.
Huh?
You better leave him with something.
Thanks for
Hey,
Winter Hawks too.
Thanks for making the right call and listening to the wrong call. And I love y'all.
That's right.
End of season 1. We'll see you in season 2. Motherfuckers.
Peace.
Peace.